Now launching. The dumbest radio show in America. Welcome to Common Man and T-Bone.
It's foreign to me because I don't have to make that choice.
Well, you have a sister, though. Did your parents have a favorite?
Yeah.
And?
Not me.
I know. Why did I even ask?
This ain't one of them.
I know, exactly.
They actually looked at me when I was born and said, this ain't one of them.
Yeah.
Let's do it again.
Yeah.
Featuring Panama Ted.
Too hot.
Timmy Hall.
I will rub one on my face.
And a collection of profane noises.
Coach?
No, Dom.
I'm a genetic freak. And I'm not normal.
I want me some glory hole.
I'll keep it in the room.
Stop breathing. It used to be a lot longer.
The numbers don't lie.
This is Stupid. This is Man and Bone.
Happy Tuesday. Welcome in. Hello, Bone.
Hello, man.
Tuesday is the girthiest day of the week. We have Inside the NFL, all the news and notes you need coming up at 3:48. Rapid fire in the 4 o'clock hour. Game show in the 5 o'clock hour. What is the game, Boner?
The game this week is movies in Ohio. There's a little, I believe, Superman. They are shooting up in Cleveland right now.
All right.
Nowhere
Who's
on
playing Superman?
I don't know. I haven't looked into. I don't know much about this movie. I just know they're shooting it in Cleveland apparently, and so I thought let's look into some of the other movies that have been shot in Ohio.
Okay.
So we're going to play a little trivia with that.
Bad Travolta movie.
That one did not make the list. These are going to.
What is it? I Am Wrath or something?
Yeah, that's right.
Bad.
It doesn't matter what it's called. We didn't watch it, nor will we ever watch it. But Travolta had a hairpiece on during the whole thing. We know that.
It's Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, these ones are a little more highbrow than that.
Okay, all right.
Not necessarily highbrow. They're just well-known. They've been, like, in theaters. You've heard of them. I tried to go with movies that are, like, I saw the movie poster and said, yes, I remember that movie. I've heard of that movie.
We have Euros soccer today. What do we got? We got Denmark, and who's that? Serbia?
That is Slovenia. No,
Slovenia is playing England.
Who the hell else is it?
I think it's Serbia.
Is that right? Okay.
I think so.
There we go. And Slovenia is playing England. You're right.
Yeah. Anyway.
I decided to pop in early, T-Bone.
Wow, you sure did.
Yes.
How are you?
Normally, I let the show percolate a little bit.
Is that right?
Yes. But I'm feeling especially randy because the boys from England are playing Slovenia.
That's right.
Do you know what the official tourism slogan is for Slovenia?
No, what is it?
I'd rather be in Italy. That's the slogan.
I didn't know that.
They're known for Luca riding his horses and Melania Trump, and that's about it.
Slovenia's, you're saying not the best destination. Is this
it's fine. Do you want to be in Austria? Do you want to be in England? Do you want to be in Italy? What do you want to be in?
Yeah, just pick one. Is that what you're saying?
Not England. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
What's the border? The border's Hungary.
You guys were there you guys were everywhere for a while. I mean, the British monarchy was just covering the whole
I
map.
remember those days. Rape and pillage and conquer.
Yeah, you kept all the souvenirs, I believe, in your museums. You still got a lot of that.
I'm wearing them right now.
Maybe give a few of those back? Maybe?
No.
No? Okay.
We gave them the land back. That's good enough. The jewels stay with me.
Well, Queen, what are you so mad about with Slovenia? Because you're already up. You got 5 points in this deal right now. So
yes.
You're fine.
I'm looking for sheer and utter dominance.
Okay. Well,
Just like I like it in the bedroom.
You're all good. You guys are going through no matter what to the next round. You're expected to win this whole thing. Do you think the boys are up to the task?
Oh, I know the boys are up to the task. I was having a conversation with Harry Kane.
Were you?
Before the matchup, yes.
And
See, the English players do a little thing where they go in the bathroom and they turn all the lights off and they look in the mirror and they say, "Queen, Queen, bloody Queen." And they say it 3 times.
Why do they do that?
And then I appear to them in a vision.
Because you're dead now. I forgot.
Yes.
That's right. Do they have a Ouija board they use as well?
I just come and scratch their faces.
Oh, who among the English soccer team? Harry Kane is one of them.
Yes, absolutely.
You've got Bukayo Saka.
Oh, I love Bukake.
No, Bukayo Saka.
Oh, him too.
Phil Foden, your guy. Declan Rice.
Yes.
Marcus Rashford.
Oh, I love a Rashford. Bangers and Rashford.
I heard Yeah. Jack Grealish, maybe? Any of those
He's
guys?
got a fine head of hair, the Jack Grealish.
I see.
I like it when he whips it on my chest. Anyway, bye-bye.
Okay. Massive calves, that guy, Jack Grealish.
All right. Teddy,
Yes.
this ain't one of them.
Okay.
Is that the Queen says?
Just want to point out, you chose all of this. You started
I'm
with
just
it.
saying
It
it
just shows
happens.
up. Okay, fair enough.
I blacked out.
Well, she chose to come and start the show.
Yeah.
She chose violence.
You blacked out, just like the TVs in here when they're tuned to Fox Sports 1.
We work in a television studio.
Dude, this building.
And this place cannot get reception.
We have satellite television. We have DirecTV is what's in here. And yet, in here, when we go to watch like FS1 or a few other channels, it just half the time is like, oh, sorry, not today.
Yeah, Big Ten Network, NHL Network.
Here's
There's
the problem,
a few channels.
though,
Yeah.
is that we work in a TV station, so obviously we're pumping out the Channel 10.
Yeah, we're
To the
sending,
masses.
We're sending it out via an antenna.
Right, we've got our own satellites and antenna, and it's just pumping stuff out. And I think all of those TV waves interfere with our satellite reception here.
But why does it interfere with like just a few channels?
I don't know what to tell you.
I've complained about it several times, and they just look at me like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, why aren't you watching 10 TV? Is probably what they say.
Or they give you a complicated answer, but they don't look any further into fixing the problem. They just sort of tell you that, it's probably that reason. Okay, well, you want to fix it? No.
Right.
No.
Well, sorry, I wanted to watch, a live sporting event that wasn't the NFL. And then I also wanted to watch something that was not like a CSI with a city attached to it. So
What's really frustrating is when the Buckeyes are playing on Big Ten Network.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then we're airing the game on the radio, but we can't see anything on the screen.
That's okay. We're airing it on the radio so we can hear all the action. That's the good news.
That's probably what they think in IT.
Yeah.
It's like, what do you need to see it for?
That's right.
You're on the radio.
Now, Teddy, people don't know this about Ted. This is a little behind the scenes for you. Ted runs a lot of the sporting events that you hear when it comes to Ohio State football specifically. He runs that exclusively.
Yes.
So the problem is for Ted is that the audio coming back here is obviously as live as it gets. He is getting it directly from either Ohio Stadium or wherever Paul Keels and Jim Lachey and Matt Andrews are broadcasting from. However, what you see on TV is delayed. What you hear on the radio is delayed. So Ted is hearing them say it live and then like looks up at the screen. And what is it, like 20 seconds later?
It's anywhere from like 15 to 30 some seconds. Yeah.
So imagine if you've ever been frustrated by that, Ted's job on OSU game days is to hear the action. And then he looks. So if he hears, oh, no, what a terrible throw. Oh, no, they're taking it the other. Oh, Michigan to the house. Ted's like already sick to his stomach. And then he has to look up and see it again. Unless it's on Big Ten Network.
Well, that's why the satellite goes out, so you don't have to see it again.
Exactly. Problem solved.
We handed out the Stanley Cup last night. Panthers beat the Oilers. They win their first cup. I watched it all. I'll tell you, man, there are a few things in life better than a Stanley Cup final Game 7. I mean, I love it. I'm not from either of these areas, obviously. For a long time, I hated the Panthers. Now I've just given up on everything, so I root for that. I root for Bob to win a cup. Congratulations to Bob. Congratulations to Bill Zito. All the former Jackets who have hoisted up this cup. I'm jealous as hell, but I was watching that last night, and I was thinking to myself, you know how it was in the 70s? We took the golden record and shot it up into space.
We did?
Don't you remember if the aliens ever came across it? We got
yeah, there was like a capsule or something.
There's like music on there, and there's images of us, and
they've got it on a bunch of different ways that they could. Yeah, they've got like telegrams and all kinds of stuff. Yeah.
So they can hear us speak, so aliens, when they come across this, can get to know our culture a little bit.
Sure.
What I think that people should do, if you ever want to encapsulate what sports is or should be, beam up some footage of a Game 7. In a Stanley Cup final.
Yeah.
Because it's just every emotion in the world. People are going crazy. I saw some footage of a flight from Edmonton to Miami yesterday morning.
Okay.
The entire plane is just full of, they're in face paint jerseys. They're chanting on the plane because they're either going to the game or they just want to be around the game.
Or maybe there's like one guy who's like connecting through Edmonton to get back to Miami. But yes.
I'm trying to go here on business.
Why he's connecting through Edmonton? Who knows?
I don't know. But
he flew into Regina first and then hit the connecting flight.
I'm just saying, everything about that last night is what sports should be. If you wanted to sit down and show someone what the National Hockey League is.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
last night's it.
The atmosphere was there. The away fans, singing "Oh, Canada" with Alanis Morissette.
It was great.
That was awesome. But then also the home fans were there. And, I was thinking about this because I saw some people bemoaning that. We can talk plenty about the game, too.
Bemoaning what?
Bemoaning that there were so many Oilers fans in the building. And I thought, well, first of all, I don't know if you're aware, Canada kind of loves its hockey. So, yeah, there's going to be fans that travel from a team like that, especially given what that team just did, coming back from 3-0 down to almost going into that game, who knew how it was going to go? And you have those fans traveling, paying all this money. I saw some people bemoaning the fact that Panthers fans gave up their tickets, rightfully so, right? I mean,
sure.
I can't wrap my brain around the idea that you're a season ticket holder for your team and you would see the opportunity. Yes, I'm sure you made $10,000 a piece on those tickets, probably paid for tickets for the next couple years if you wanted to for your season tickets, right? Just by that one game. But I couldn't get out of my head as I'm watching that. I thought, man, could you imagine, especially when the Panthers won, I thought, could you imagine that you sold that and you go, well, at least on my spreadsheet, the money looks good.
Yeah, the only way
I'm just thinking most people who buy NHL season tickets are not hurting for cash.
I know
typically.
that. The only way that I would justify that a little bit is if it's not financial and you're just saying, hey, man, if this does happen and the Oilers come back from a 3-0 deficit and win this cup in my arena, I physically cannot take that.
Well,
being there.
Maybe. But I'm saying I couldn't understand, what would you not sell your tickets for then? If you would sell them for Game 7 of your team, yes, I know they had just given up all the momentum and everything else, and you don't know how that game's going to go. But I felt like the Oilers fans that were there watching at the end of that game, obviously after they lost, they're crestfallen, right? They're heartbroken. But then you see they all stood there and waited for their guy, right? Connor McDavid gets the Conn Smythe. They waited to see that announcement made, and then they stood for the handshake line. You see them all taking photos as the Panthers are skating around because they're there. They're in Game 7 of a Stanley Cup final. Obviously not the result you want, but if you're a fan and it's your home arena and you had tickets and you gave them up, I can't fathom. Isn't that what we're all going to these games for? Aren't we chasing something like that to be able to experience that emotion of a Game 7? I just feel like if that is something where you go, not for me, I got to sell my tickets. I question how much you really enjoy going to sporting events at all. Like why you're even doing it. If you're saying, well, good news, next year in the middle of, February, when it's a nothing game, that is paid for now because I sold my tickets. I can't relate to that.
Something happened last night that hasn't happened in 95 years. Details next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza.
Watch out for a disabled vehicle that's blocking the left lane and causing a 10-minute slowdown on northbound 71 on the north side after 11th Avenue. It's stop and go from 670. We also have a slowdown on westbound 670 between 71 and 3rd Street. This report is sponsored by Put-in-Bay Chamber of Commerce. Give them joy on Put-in-Bay. Laughter jumping into the pool, delight from a hole-in-one, and amusement riding a train, golf cart, and carousel. Plan your weekday island getaway today at visitputinbay.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Whiskey War by High Bank Distillery. Drink local. Drink High Bank.
Some people just know the best rate for you is a rate based on you with Allstate. And look at you, hands perfectly placed on the wheel, not like the driver to the right of you who's really going after that drum solo. Save with DriveWise in the Allstate app and only pay a rate based on you.
Not available in every state, subject to terms and conditions. Rating factors and savings vary, and in some states your rate could increase with high-risk driving. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
It's a Red, White, and Cool sale at Logan Services. Red hot savings up to $2,700 off a train system. And take advantage of 0% APR financing for 72 months. And pick one freebie for extra home comfort this summer. Plus, check out tax credits up to $2,600. With a system for every home and every budget, it's hard to stop a train. Find us online and book your free estimate now. Fast, friendly service, Logan Services.
Boating season is finally here, and Buckeye Lake Marina is your go-to destination for all your on-the-water needs. With the largest inventory in Central Ohio, we've got a boat for everyone. So come on down and find your next dream boat at Buckeye Lake Marina. The good life, the lake life, starts at Buckeye Lake Marina.
Common Man here for Jermaine Lexus of Dublin and Easton. If you listen to my show every day, congratulations, you're getting the best. Now I want you to drive the best. But unlike the lie I told before, Jermaine Lexus really is the best. I just picked up my brand new RX 350 a few weeks ago. It is fabulous. They want to make you a customer for life. Right now, rates are as low as 1.9%. Lease payments are as low as $489 a month. And the Memorial Courtesy vehicles are now on the lot. Jermaine Lexus of Dublin and Easton. Check them out online, JermaineLexus.com. Tell them Common Man sent you.
Hi, it's Bob Capace from Worthington Jewelers. Need a perfect gift? Check out the new line of Glock watches and other stunning jewelry at Worthington Jewelers. Make every occasion sparkle with Worthington Jewelers, where exceptional gifts await.
Bishop and Friends.
They used it as a rallying point and it worked for them. And
so you're saying they leaked themselves? That wouldn't be the weirdest thing he's ever done.
Bishop and Friends.
Sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Weekdays from 9 to noon.
The Fan.
The Columbus Men's Clinic opened in 2014 for guys who get it done. Let's talk, fellas. You solve problems all day at work. You fix your sink when it's broken. But when it comes to ED and low T, it doesn't get done. We get it. You hate going to the doctor, but you're the guy that fixes things. At the Columbus Men's Clinic, there's nothing to fear and no reason to delay. We've been destroying bedroom boredom for a decade. So if you haven't fixed this, call us. When the pills fail, call us. If you feel like you've tried everything, call us. Here, there's hope. From the conventional to the next level. You'll be seen by our friendly, discreet physician who will take the time to listen. Imagine finally taking care of this with no surgery. Imagine going from feeling gray to living life in vibrant color. It's time to be confident. Join the thousands of guys who have found success after walking through our doors. Will you be one of them? Dial 614-300-7400 or go to ColumbusMen'sClinic.com to schedule a $99 male performance consultation, including blood work. Do it for you. Do it for her. ColumbusMen'sClinic.com. Book your appointment now.
The outdoor drama Tecumseh is back this summer. The drama, the history, and the spectacle make Tecumseh one of Ohio's most beloved traditions. Tecumseh has provided thrilling live entertainment for 50 years, and the outdoor theater at Sugarloaf Mountain will provide a safe and memorable experience for your entire family. Get tickets now at tecumsehdrama.com. This message is made possible in part by the Ohio Arts Council. Tecumseh, experience the drama.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is fast for cash. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family. I even buy my tenants won't pay me the rent houses. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
Download the free Upside app to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code GIFT for an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. That's promo code GIFT.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Look for partly cloudy skies with a few afternoon showers, high 89. Some much needed rainfall is on the way through your Wednesday. It'll be dry Wednesday morning. Wednesday afternoon, look for some heavy showers, high 84. Rainfall amounts will be about a half inch to an inch. Thursday and Friday will be drier and cooler. I'm meteorologist Dylan Robichaud with your Doppler 10 forecast on 97.1 The Fan.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Yes, we tried unplugging and then plugging them back in. It didn't help. This is Man and Bone.
Happy Tuesday. T-Bone's got something to tell you.
Well, man, the best of rivals, the best of two leagues meet again this summer. MLS and Liga MX face off for the 2024 MLS All-Star Game, weekend, something. We'll never know. It's not in the copy. Starting Sunday, July 21st, after a weekend of soccer celebrations, MLS All-Star Skills Challenge, presented by AT&T, will come to Lower.com Field on Tuesday, July 23rd, featuring MLS All-Stars versus Liga MX All-Stars as they show off the best of their skills. They will then match up one more time, 2024 MLS All-Star Game, presented by Target on Wednesday, July 24th. For more info on tickets and events, visit MLSsoccer.com/all-star.
Hey, hop in the YouTube chat. We're on YouTube Live. Where you been? Just go to YouTube, search 971 The Fan, click on the live stream, and the chat will come up on the right-hand side of the screen. F-Bomb Jen Winters is in the chat right now.
There you go.
Talking to you. Teddy will pop in at some point today, and you never know who you're going to see in the chat. Sometimes it's Bone.
I do hop in there. I mean, I'm keeping an eye on it from time to time, but I try to jump in when I can, but we're doing the radio show.
If that's what you say.
I did see Downtown Dad. We were talking about the Stanley Cup, final last night.
Yeah.
Of course, we didn't even mention it, but Bob gets to hoist the cup for the Florida Panthers, which I'm curious how everybody feels about that. I mean, I felt pretty good about it, but I saw Downtown Dad in the YouTube chat said, I'm tired of the Jackets. I can't even enjoy the games. Every time I hear Bob, I get angry. I'm talking about Bob, talking about Sergei Bobrovsky there winning.
Is he talking about Sergei Bobrovsky or talking about Bob McElligott?
Oh, you know what? Maybe I could be wrong. I thought he was talking about Bob. I thought he was saying that because Bob was on the Jackets.
I mean, maybe.
And then he's gone, and now he's hoisting a trophy. Maybe you're right. Maybe I read that wrong.
I don't know. Yeah, look, I used to be that way. I used to be the Blue Jacket fan that if I saw a former player do something in the playoffs or, a player that had wronged me in some way, not wronged me, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he was your guy. Now he's not. Now he's not on your team.
In some way, I would take it personally, and I'd get butthurt, and I would turn it off and say, "I can't watch this." Now, what the Blue Jackets have done is they've made me so dead inside that I don't really care anymore. Now, I hope that the Don Waddell, comes in here and turns around the fortunes, and this team makes me feel something again. I'm desperately hoping for that. But in the absence of that, what am I supposed to do now? Just not watch any meaningful hockey ever? I like hockey. I like sitting down and watching hockey. And so I'm going to sit down. I'm going to watch this Game 7. I have a choice to make. I can either be miserable, wishing it were my team in that situation, wishing that Sergei Bobrovsky was my goaltender and not Elvis Merzlikins, who you're going to have to buy out of his contract this offseason. Yes, of course, I want my team to be there. But in the absence of that, I have to try and enjoy it, right?
I mean, I'm with you. I looked at goalie Bob last night, and number one, I mean, the fact that we were having a discussion a week ago about him, and rightfully so, how, well, he just needs one more game, close this out, and he's in the Hockey Hall of Fame. He's the Conn Smythe winner. He's all this stuff. And then they have, obviously, we saw what happened, right? He gets chased in a game. They lose 3 in a row, and it looks like Edmonton might pull off the improbable upset. And I thought, at that point, I had there's an easy underdog story there, right? There's Edmonton. I don't know if you consider them underdogs, given they have Connor McDavid.
The best player in the game.
Right.
Yeah.
But the fact that they were down 3-0, came all the way back.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to look at that. I found myself rooting for the Panthers because of Bob. I found myself rooting for the Panthers because of Rimmer. I know he has a connection to that organization, having broadcasted there years ago. And the Jackets can't give him some happiness this year. At least, another former team of his can. I also found myself identifying with the Florida Panthers because, much like me, they are ace procrastinators. And I relate to that. Like, if you tell me there's 7 games to get something done, it's like, all right, man, I'll get it done in 7 games. That's what the Panthers basically did. They got the first 3 out of the way, and they said, we need 1 and 4? Yeah, don't sweat it. We're good. They eventually got it done. I totally relate to that.
And look, I also think to myself, well, if they can do it, maybe we can do it. Florida Panthers historically have not been a good franchise. They've been around for 30 years. But then I had to remind myself, they've been around for 30 years. This was their 3rd visit to the Stanley Cup final.
All right.
Are we going to get 3 visits in 30 years?
Well, that means we got to
start.
Let's go. Might have to go back to back at least a couple years here. Squeeze those all in under 30. But
I want to know what it's like on June 24th to be sitting there living and dying with your team.
Yeah.
Like, I want to know what that feeling is. I remember as a kid when, Michael Jordan was banging in the Bulls, I watched a lot of June basketball, and it was fun.
Yeah. It's a good thing to be able. The amount of times I have been in Nationwide Arena where I am going into the game and it is still bright out, not like dusk. I'm saying it is bright. Like the sun is still got an hour or 2 left in the sky. How many times have you done that in your life?
Not too often.
You know why? Because that usually happens in late May and early June.
Yeah.
And we're not accustomed to that. We did that a month ago. We went back and looked. The latest the Jackets had played in a season, like on the calendar year that wasn't involving COVID.
Don't do the bubble year.
It was May 6th. May 6th. That's it. That's the latest we've been. That's a joke. And I don't even think I don't know how to process that as a Jackets fan, how we are supposed to be that excited for anything they tell us right now. Not that they can't eventually get there, but I need to see something that shows growth. I don't need to see success next year. I need to see that there's a plan, that whoever you hire to coach this team understands that plan. I need to see the young players going from being pretty good young NHL prospect types to full-blown studs, right? We got to see that. We can't just have a bunch of guys that's like, well, give them another year or three.
I just want to feel joy. That's all. I want to watch something that matters. And I not watch something where you know it's just a developmental game because your team has crapped the bed.
No, I agree with you on that too. I want to see something interesting, but I feel like what this franchise has done so many years is traded in temporary joy of like, we made the playoffs. Yay.
No, that's not the type of joy I'm talking about.
Right. Now, reminder, that year that they beat Tampa is not the year we should probably look at. The year before that, I was talking about this with Baker. Weren't they like a fourth seed? Third or fourth? Like they were a pretty decent seed. And then they lost to the Penguins. But that to me would be a sign that you're on the right track. That next year when they beat Tampa, they completely crapped the bed that season. Did they not? And then eventually at the trade deadline, made some moves, got it together, backed their way into the playoffs, and then played a hell of a series against Tampa. That was a 2-year run. Coincidentally, I believe both those years are when Artemi Panarin was here. But regardless, they had some actual dudes. They had a team that could play in the playoffs. And that was joy and that was hope and that was fun. But I feel like a lot of times before and after that, the Jackets have done this, let's try to make the playoffs just to keep everybody happy, but not really build anything that's going to last for years and years and years. We got to start doing that.
Something happened last night that hasn't happened in 95 years. The Phillies were playing the Tigers. The Tigers hit into a 1-3-5 triple play. All right? So 1-3-5 triple play.
The 1 is the pitcher.
Yeah.
The 3 is the first baseman.
Correct.
5 is the third baseman. Correct? Okay.
Yeah.
So if you didn't see this play, it's a line drive to the pitcher, batter's out.
Bat broke.
Oh.
Which I think is what confused the runners.
Okay.
Because the bat flew in a couple different pieces.
I see.
And I think the runners thought the bat was the ball.
Because I was wondering, so when you see this from overhead, the guy on third base is obviously taking a lead. He sees the ball presumably go right to the pitcher and then sprints towards home without tagging up. Pitcher throws to first because the guys double up off of first and he gets him. First baseman lobs it over to third base. The guy's already in the dugout practically from third. So that's 3 outs. How many times could you have that type of triple play?
Well, that has not happened since July 11th, 1929.
Yeah.
So there's your answer. July 11th, 1929. Michigan fans are not happy. I'm going to tell you why coming up next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza.
There's an accident on both shoulders of eastbound 70 on the east side after Bryce Road. It's causing a 5-minute delay and some slow traffic from 270. We also have a disabled vehicle on the left shoulder of southbound 71 on the north side at North Broadway. This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. Mattress Firm's July 4th sale is your chance to get matched with your coolest Z's yet. Have $500 on Temper Breeze mattresses with free and fast delivery. All night cooling, all summer long. Discover the difference the right bed makes. Restrictions apply. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Another day is here, and you're ready for it. What to wear? Check. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Check. Planning for what's next and how to save for it? That's where Bank of America can help. For your financial to-dos, Bank of America has experts ready to help get you closer to your goals. Get started at one of our Central Ohio financial centers or 24/7 in our mobile banking app. Find a location near you at bankofamerica.com/talktous. What would you like the power to do? Mobile banking requires downloading the app and is only available for select devices. Message and data rates may apply. Bank of America N.A., member FDIC.
New 2024. Up to 72 months ARIA. N7A24.
Reichert Nissan has an announcement to make. 0% financing is now available for up to 72 months. Take a Reichert Nissan Aria home today and pay 0% for 72 months. But these low interest rates won't last long. Lock in your 0% financing at Reichert Nissan. Visit the Reichert Mega Mall off 270 and 33 or shop thousands of new and certified used at ReichertNissan.com.
Get the right car at Reichert.
We're dealing.
With approved credit. Residency restrictions apply. Offers cannot be combined. Dealer contribution affects consumer cost.
More and more people are falling into problem gambling. Mary Haven's experts offer comprehensive care. You and your loved ones can count on mental, emotional, and financial guidance.
Confidential and judgment-free. Go to maryhaven.com today.
You expect your home to protect everything you love, but you don't expect the ways water is breaking down your foundation and damaging your home. Cracks in walls and uneven floors are just a few signs your foundation is compromised. But there's one way to get answers to all your concerns. A free home inspection from Ohio Basement Authority. We put water back in its place. Get your free inspection at ohiobasementauthority.com.
Skyline is turning up the heat this summer with Hot Met Cheese Conies, made with a premium Hot Met sausage from Queen City Sausage. But don't wait. Hot Met Conies are only at participating Skyline restaurants for a limited time. Come get yours today.
All your favorite fan shows are on YouTube. Watch us live or on demand by searching 971 The Fan. Which fan host will awkwardly scratch their privates? Let's find out together. Find us on YouTube, The Fan.
This is Kelly Burris, a partner at Cordell & Cordell. We run a lot of ads about our firm, but often we don't discuss the resources Cordell & Cordell has available for men facing divorce. We provide many webinars and town halls on YouTube that contain a wealth of information, including our Men's Divorce podcast. Visit CordellCordell.com/resources for the latest news and to download our guides.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Columbus area attorneys. 10 West Broad Street, Suite 1550, Columbus, Ohio, 43215. CordellCordell.com.
Need inspiration? Shop Kroger for over 30,000 mouth-watering choices with savings beyond low prices, like digital coupons worth over $600 each week and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. More savings and more inspiring flavors make Kroger worth it every time. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
During our 99-cents produce sale, Cosmic Crisp apples and Roma tomatoes are 99 cents a pound, and corn is 3 for 99 cents with your card. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
At Hollywood Casino Columbus, you're always in the driver's seat. Don't miss our $50,000 trucker cash giveaway at Hollywood Columbus. Pick between driving off in a brand new 2025 Ram 1500 or $40,000 in Penn slot play or $30,000 in cash. Grand prize awarded on Saturday, June 29th. Earn entries on your slot and table gameplay all month long. For more information, visit HollywoodColumbus.com. Must be 21 or over to play. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
When you're drinking a frozen beverage from McDonald's, your brain may not like how refreshingly cold it is, but the rest of your body, oh yes, it's gonna relish every moment of it, because there are drinks. Then there are drinks from McDonald's.
Refresh yourself with an any-size frozen drink like a Sprite Lemonade for just $1.79 and paired with a McCrispy and fries. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
No Desmond Howard death wishes since 2012. This is Man and Bone.
The Schmitz Cardale Jones Celebrity Softball Game is coming. Why picnic when you can Schmidt-nick? And is presented by Monogram Homes in the U.S. Air Force. It goes down Saturday, July 20th, 6:30 p.m. at Huntington Park. It's current Ohio State football players against former Ohio State players. The captains for the Geezers, Cardale Jones. For the current players, Emeka Buka. Tickets are only $10, are available today at BuckeyeCruise.com. BuckeyeCruise.com.
By the way, in the chat, people have been asking Jen, what are some bands that she would like to see that she has not seen yet? And so that's been getting, she responded to that question. And I have to say, I've only heard of one of these two bands. One of them is Idols. I've heard of them.
Don't know them.
Fontaine's DC. I can only hope that is Belle and the Fontaines would be awesome if that's what it was.
What about My Itchy Chode? Is that one of them?
That's not one of them. Then Craig had said, is Creed one of the bands that you haven't seen yet that you want to see? And she said, no, Craig, no Creed for me.
Yeah, all right.
So, yes.
Whatever. Whatever.
I can tell you, if you ever see Jen in public, ask her about Jeff Rosenstock. That's what you need to ask her about. That's her dude.
Well, arms wide open. What did I tease? Oh, Michigan fans are not happy. So the new college football video game, EA Sports, is coming out. They have released a list, the toughest places to play. And obviously they put that in the game. Like, hey, it's going to be tough to go here and play, right?
In the game.
Right. In the game.
It's in the game.
But their development team compiled a list of the top 25 toughest places to play, factoring in historical stats such as home winning percentage, home game attendance, active home winning streaks, team prestige, and more. I love the and more. Because that's like, well, whatever the hell we want.
And if all of those factors led to us saying that, I don't know, Purdue has the toughest place to play. Whoops, we're not putting that in the top 5. That's our and more. We just say delete that from the top 5.
So the number one place this video game says is the toughest place to play in college football is Kyle Field, Texas A&M. That is their number one.
Well, you know what? I'll actually say that's probably correct, just in part because the creepy factor of their yell leaders, that alone would make it weird to go there. Have you ever seen those guys?
Yes, I have.
That's not for me.
Number 2, Bryant-Denny, Alabama. Number 3, Tiger Stadium, LSU. The Shoe comes in at number 4. Georgia's 5, Penn State and the Beavers 6, Camp Randall 7, Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium.
Okay. I love that. I love the booster culture.
Hey, man, we got to celebrate the Gaylords.
Right. I understand, but so it's Memorial Stadium at Oklahoma.
That's correct.
That's what it is. Okay.
Doak Campbell, Florida State, is 9. I'm not putting them in the top 10.
No.
Florida, 10. Oregon, 11. Clemson, 12. Tennessee, 13. Auburn, 14. South Carolina, 15. Then we have Michigan at number 16. And I saw the Michigan fans are very pissed off about this. The Big House is not in the top 10. You're going to put it at number 16 below Williams-Brice Stadium in South Carolina? Are you kidding me? First of all, we know Ryan Day didn't make this list because that's number 1 for him. Toughest place to play.
True enough.
All right? But on the Michigan, look, you got your national championship. That's good enough for you. Who cares what the video game ranking is?
Yeah. I don't know.
I'll trade with you.
Yeah.
I'll take the title. You can take number 4 on this list.
Yes, put us at 16 and give us Michigan's record the last 3 years over Ohio State, or vice versa. Flip that and give us the national championship. That'd be great. I will gladly take whatever little bit of shade they're getting. I do think, though, that just from the pure objectivity of it, as best as I can be, having been to, the Big House, I have not been there for a football game. I've been there for other events. I can totally understand how that is not an intimidating place to play. It feels like you are miles away from the action. I don't know why. It's not enjoyable to go sit there and watch a game, especially for teams Ohio State the last 3 years. But it's not. I don't see how you could look at that and say that's a place where the fans are right on top of you. Like if you're a Michigan fan who loves it, I understand that. But I've been on the field at Ohio Stadium, and it is you literally feel like there's just skyscrapers of fans right next to you. And there are stadiums that are even more compact than Ohio Stadium.
Yeah.
But Big House ain't one of them. That is a spread out stadium.
I want to talk about something. Normally, I think the reason why this show is mildly successful is because we try not to take ourselves too seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Have an opinion on something, then we'll sort of couch it by saying, what do we know? We're stupid. Right?
Right.
John Smoltz was talking about pitcher injuries and analytics. John Smoltz is not stupid. John Smoltz knows what he's talking about. And when it comes to this, dare I say, I know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Because we had more pitcher injuries this week. I'm tired of reading these articles saying, what's the cause? Let me tell you what the cause of this is. You got guys throwing as hard as they possibly can, and they're measured by the MPH and the spin rate that you get on that. Ever since we put in place these measures to protect pitchers, air quotes, protect pitchers and their health, like pitch counts, that is a bunch of BS. That is a CYA from a team perspective to make it seem like they're doing something. The reality is they're riding these guys hard and putting them away wet. And I understand why the players are doing it, because that's what the reward system is based on right now. How hard can you throw, and what is that spin rate? No wonder why tendons are ripping. So John Smoltz was talking about this on a podcast. He said the reward system is why the players are chasing it. I don't blame them, but the reward system is flawed. You're asking pitchers to throw as hard as they can, spin it as much as they can, and then, oh, by the way, limit what they do when they get near 100 pitches. It's a broken system. It's a broken philosophy. You won't hear anybody talking about it. You'll hear me talking about it. I've been talking about it for 10 years.
You know what's very bizarre about all that, right, is, remember, I mean, we've talked with Jason Stark about this. When they got rid of the shift and when they put in the pitch clock, why did they do that? Because you had so many hitters that said, it's impossible for me to hit these days. It is literally impossible for me to even do this job, because when you've got all the advanced analytics and everything else, and these pitchers are so good now, no one could get a hit, right? So they made the pitchers work quicker, so they hoped wouldn't have all those built-in advantages because they've gotten so good. But the flip side to that is they've gotten so good because they're blowing out their arms left and right, because they're throwing in a way that 20, 30 years ago, nobody in a major league clubhouse, no one in a front office would have said, yeah, let that kid keep doing that, even though we're only going to let him throw 80 pitches. They would have said, you're out of your mind. This dude is going to blow his arm out. There's no way we can let him throw it that. He's got to find a way to pitch within himself or some kind of euphemism.
You know what the team philosophy is now, though? All right, if he blows his arm out, I got 7 other guys that can throw 100. That'll cover some of the slack for him while he's recovering.
Dude. I mean, think about when Steven Strasburg, remember when they pulled him? Was it in a playoff game or I don't think it was a no-hitter. There was some big thing the Nationals pulled him from when he was maybe in his second year up or something.
I don't remember.
But they pulled him in a key spot in a big moment or shut him down during the playoffs or something. And everybody was like, why are you doing that? And it was just, hey, man, this is what we got to do to protect our asset, okay? We got to protect this dude. How'd that work out for you?
No.
Yes, you got a couple seasons out of him where he was as good as anyone in baseball. And then after that, you know how it went, right? I mean, you won a series with him. All that's great. But the reality is there's no way to protect pitchers in this era, no matter what you do with pitch counts, because you are encouraging them to pitch in an unhealthy way. And that has been part of why you had batting averages down, everything. The game has sucked for the last 15 years since they've been doing this.
You got to force the issue. Major League Baseball will. You know, they just had these big rule changes last year, so they can't piggyback off of that in back-to-back years. But I'm going to tell you, in the next 3 years, what you're going to see, okay? This is what's going to be. You only are going to have the DH as long as you're starting pitchers in the game. That's how they're going to combat this.
All right.
Listen to me. That's what it's going to be. They're going to change that rule. That if you want to play this game where we're going to take, a guy and throw him out there, have an opener.
Yeah.
Throw him out there for 2 innings. Well, guess what? You only have your DH for 2 innings.
Yeah.
And then your pitchers have to hit.
I think that would be a way to bring it back to where it needs to be, right?
It'll change pitching philosophies. It'll change the way teams operate.
Yeah.
And I'm not even blaming the players, because the players just going based off of what guys are getting paid.
They're seeing who gets paid and saying, I got to do more of that. By the way, on the analytics front, because I know that's a part that always comes up with this, I did see a quote from Derek Jeter that made me laugh.
What?
I know what he was talking about. He was on a podcast, and he was saying, hey, man, analytics are great. They're a tool. You need it. But you can't measure things like you can't measure a guy's heartbeat. And I laughed at that because I know what he's saying, but it's actually one of the very few things about your heart that you can measure is a heartbeat. But I get what he was saying. I know. You can't measure some of the stuff that made Derek Jeter great just by the analytics.
Inside the NFL coming up next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza.
There's a disabled vehicle that's blocking the left lane and causing a 15-minute delay on eastbound 70 on the east side after Bryce Road, and expect a slowdown on northbound 71 on the south side between Greenlawn Avenue and 315. This report is sponsored by Lipton Iced Tea. Relaxing by the pool in summertime. Could it get any better? A cooler of Lipton Iced Tea. If only you had something to pair it with. Someone order Uber Eats. Do summer the easy way and get $5 off your next Uber Eats order and select Lipton 12 packs. See pack for details. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Glow Fiber. Glow Fiber Business is now in Ohio. With prepackaged and customized fully fiber optic business internet solutions, call 1-833-WANT-GLOW or visit glowfiberbusiness.com today.
Common Man and T-Bone here for the Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus.
It's our absolute favorite place to go for that live VIP sportsbook experience. 12,000 square feet of sportsbook action. 2 huge walls of TVs, not to mention delicious food and drink. But your experience can be even better if you download the Penn Play app.
Yep, you can get up to $140 in rewards. It's so easy, dummies like us can do it. Got to download the free Penn Play app today and cash in your bonuses. Plus, you never know, and you'll see Man and I lurking around.
I'm lurking. Must be 21 or over. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Big things are happening on the east side.
We're ready to deal. Come negotiate during May's Dealin' Days at Lindsay Honda. Lower payments, better financing, more value for any trade. Shop lindsayhonda.com and see new Hondas with thousands in savings plus many other deals. We'll work hard to get you a payment you can afford. Now during May Dealin' Days at Lindsay Honda.
Honda makes the cars, Lindsay makes the difference.
See lindsayhonda.com for program details.
When I'm not voicing Wendy's ads, I'm gaming. I stay up and fueled because Wendy's delivers late.
Are you recording a Wendy's ad? Come on!
Got 'em. Whatever you're up for, we're down. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's Delivery Late Night. Open till midnight or later.
Hours and delivery availability may vary.
Hey, Bobby Carpenter here from Carpenter Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electric. We save our customers tons of money and frustration by simply inspecting their sewer, water, and drain lines with our high-tech cameras before there's a problem. Check out Carpenter Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electric at carpentercolumbus.com.
Hey, John, why so glum?
I just got let go. The company's downsizing. This is the 3rd time in the last 2 years. I'm done with this.
Have you thought about My Computer Career? I've heard they can train you for a career in IT in just a few months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI. And you don't need prior training or experience. Now that's a recession-resistant career.
Wow, thanks. I'll check them out.
Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. mycomputercareer.edu. Financial aid is available for qualified students, including the GI Bill.
The Fan is your home for the Dallas Cowboys.
No, we're not. You can't say that. Take 2.
The Fan is your home of the Buckeyes. Yes, that's right. Same thing, but more playoff success. Now give Big Voice Guy another brandy. Thank you. The Fan.
Join us at Twin Peaks for every Copa America match today through July 14th. How will the U.S. fare against our neighbors to the south? Watch every game with 29-degree draft beers and wall-to-wall scenic views.
We go to war for you.
Brain injuries can change lives forever. I'm attorney Robert Scherger of Scherger Schnarr Trial Attorneys. When it comes to accidents and injuries, we're here to fight for you. Know your rights and get the results you deserve. Call us at 877-WAR-FOR-YOU or visit warforyou.com for a free consultation.
That's 877-WAR-FOR-YOU. 877-WAR-FOR-YOU or visit warforyou.com.
War for you. warforyou.com.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone for my crew at Valley Ford of Columbus. If you're looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle without breaking the bank, well, you need to get to Valley Ford for a great selection of certified pre-owned Ford Blue Advantage cars, trucks, and SUVs. Each one of these vehicles features a minimum 139-point inspection, and they're also backed by a 14-day or 1,000-mile money-back guarantee. Get the better deal and a better pre-owned Ford without any worries. Keep on trucking at Valley Ford of Columbus.
Vehicle must be returned within 14 days, 1,000 miles, whichever comes first from the original sales date and mileage is stated on bill of sale, and return in same condition as sold. Other restrictions may apply. See dealer for details.
Ohio Mulch, Landscape Supply.
Hi, this is Ron Frost with Ohio Mulch, and here's to Ohio Mulch celebrating 40 years of making the community a greener and more beautiful place, one garden at a time. Don't miss out on the opportunities to elevate your outdoor space and to be part of a journey towards the next 40 successful years. Check out our promotions online at ohiomulch.com.
Ohio Mulch, Landscape Supply. Cleaner, greener, better.
Now at White Castle, you can get 12 chicken rings for just $3.99. Tender on the inside, crispy on the outside. Choose from classic, Hidden Valley Ranch, or new smoky barbecue. White Castle. Follow your crave. Limited time only at participating castles. Tax not included.
Want to know anything about the Fans contest, how to win, or what's up for grabs? Check out 971thefan.com. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
The only thing harder than common man's arteries is T-Bone thinking about a red-bellied woodpecker. This is Man and Bone.
Please subscribe to the podcast of this dumb show. It's free. It's available wherever you get your podcast. Just search Common Man and T-Bone. Click subscribe. Every single show comes right to your device, and it's free of charge. The podcast is brought to you by our friends, Care Heating and Cooling. Maybe you're saying to yourself, I would love for T-Bone to read news and notes from the National Football League. Good news. Here it is.
Common Man and T-Bone's Inside the NFL.
Sponsored by Atlas Butler Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Yes, man.
Bow.
Thank you for coming back in the studio to say that. So the Kansas City Chiefs on Monday released defensive lineman Isaiah Buggs, who's been arrested multiple times in Alabama. This will get you a release.
He's in jail, isn't he?
Yeah, booked on domestic violence and burglary charge in Tuscaloosa on June 16th. That comes on the heels of him being charged back on May 30th for 2 misdemeanor counts of second-degree animal cruelty in Tuscaloosa as well. 2 dogs allegedly under his care, a pit bull and a Rottweiler mix, were found to be neglected and severely malnourished. Pit bull sadly had to be euthanized. He got bail on the animal cruelty charges. That was revoked after the domestic violence arrest. So he is currently in the Tuscaloosa County Jail now, or at least he was as of Monday when this story was published. His agent has alleged that his victim is, quote, a victim of an ongoing subversive campaign to force the closure of the hookah lounge he owns in Tuscaloosa. That's it's a bold claim. Anyway, this is Isaiah Buggs, who had been with the University of Alabama, selected by the Steelers in the 6th round of the 2019 draft, played 3 seasons for the Steelers and 2 for the Lions before joining the Chiefs in January as a practice squad player, so he hasn't been there for very long. They did re-sign him to a futures contract back in February, but yeah, not good. And that comes on the heels of legal issues for other Chiefs players this offseason, including Rashee Rice, wide receiver. So, yeah, not a great look for the Chiefs this offseason when it comes to all of that. Meanwhile, Charlotte, their city council has okayed the Panthers stadium renovation plan. So it looks like the Panthers will at least get some money to stay there for now. The council voted Monday night to approve a joint $800 million stadium renovation plan that ties them to the NFL team to the city for the next 20 years.
Yeah, they have to pay $650.
City is going to, yes.
And I think David Tepper's picking up the rest of the tab.
He'll pick up $150 million. He says he's already invested more than $117 million in stadium upgrades, has agreed to another $420 million in potential overages for capital improvements over the term of the deal.
What does stadium upgrades mean? Does that mean you ripped out the natural grass and put in artificial turf? Because you couldn't hire a grounds crew to keep grass growing properly?
Is that an upgrade?
I'm just saying, in his mind, look how much money we put in for this field. You got the worst field in the league. Congratulations.
I will never understand why people view that, to your point, as an upgrade. Because if in your neighborhood, especially if you live in a house where you have an HOA, if that's your situation, could you imagine if just one day, like one of the prominent houses in the neighborhood was like, yeah, we ripped out all the grass and replaced it with artificial turf? Everyone in the house.
I spent money on this. Don't you like it?
The HOA would be sending you letters left and right complaining about that. But yet it's okay for NFL teams to do this.
Well, wasn't it Carolina, not last year, but the year before, that had the football game that didn't pass the hardness test or whatever it was, where the field was too hard?
I think it got too cold. And they said that it was one of those unseasonably cold days.
Yeah, but it was rock hard, but they played the game anyway.
Because they don't have, I want to say in Carolina, they did not have like the thermal stuff underneath the field that caused
Tepper can't afford that.
No. In either case, yes, I think you're right on that. And I do think they said, the NFL then came out with some basic excuse that was like, well, it's just a guideline. It's not really like you can't play the game. We're going to play the game. Because they knew it was unsafe, but they played it anyway. They don't care. Meanwhile, I saw a name here that I thought sounded familiar, and in fact it does. Packers Chief Operating Officer and General Counsel Ed Policy will take over as the team's president and CEO next year following the retirement of Mark Murphy.
Son of?
Carmen Policy. Former Niners and Browns team president. He will assume that role. It's the NFL's only publicly owned franchise, which shareholders will have their meeting in July. I guess they do that every year. So July of next year is when he will take over. But apparently Murphy, who has been the Packers CEO and president since 2008, he will be 70 in July of 2025. And they have a rule that says you can't be the president and CEO anymore once you hit 70. They have a mandatory retirement age for that position.
I love this whole thing that the Packers have going on. It's publicly owned. The fans own us. Yes, do they take advantage of any profit sharing at all for their shares that they buy? No.
I got to tell you, I actually talked about this in the office a few months ago, and I looked it up, and now I can't even remember. Where does the money go? Like, it's not going to Mark Murphy. I mean, he gets paid a lot, but he's not the owner of the team. The board of directors, I guess, is probably the owners of the team to a degree, but the fans that own the team, air quotes, with their shares,
get nothing.
They get nothing for it. I think the city of Green Bay owns it in some way, don't they? I think they've got some deal with the stadium and all that. My point is, someone somewhere is making money off the Packers, and it's not the fans who are the quote unquote owners. That's what I'm saying. And I still don't quite understand how it works, but it does.
Thank you, Bone.
Yes, man.
Fat Boy Food Tap coming up next. And a little stat about lightning that blew my mind today. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza.
Watch for a disabled vehicle on the left shoulder of eastbound 70. On the east side, after Bryce Road, it's causing a 30-minute delay. We also have a disabled vehicle on northbound 270's off-ramp to I-70, and that's on the east outer belt. This report is sponsored by ExpressPros.com. Let Express Employment Professionals help you hire for contract or full-time jobs. Forget about posting jobs, sifting through resumes, and interviews with unqualified applicants. Go to ExpressPros.com to find the location near you. That's ExpressPros.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1, The Fan Traffic.
Are you not able to enjoy the summer as much as you want because of joint pain? This is the time of year for being outdoors. It's the best, but not if your knees, shoulders, hips, or back are hurting. Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Don't suffer any longer. Non-surgical joint pain relief is here at QC Kinetics. Call them today. QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. I'm talking about lasting pain relief with no surgery, no drugs, and best of all, no downtime. QC Kinetics advanced treatments harness your own body's biologics and help restore and repair damaged joint tissue so you can walk, run, hike, play golf, move, swim, all pain-free. QC Kinetics is under the leadership of former orthopedic surgeon Dr. Mitchell Sheencup, a true pioneer in regenerative medicine. They have locations in Columbus, in both Gahanna and Dublin. Their advanced protocols have enabled tens of thousands of patients to reclaim their mobility. So go check them out at QCkinetics/Columbus or give them a call, 380-208-4544.
Eliminate carbon and varnish deposits with Lucas Fuel Treatment at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Simply add it to your tank at your next fill-up. A clean fuel system can increase performance and fuel economy. Right now, get 2 bottles of Lucas Fuel Treatment for just $9 and get 2 times O Rewards points. In-store only at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
At Bet365, we don't do ordinary. We believe that every sport should be epic. Every home run, every hit, every inning, every play. From the moments that are legendary to the ones that fly under the radar.
See for yourself when you sign up today and get $150 in bonus bets when you bet just $5. Whatever the sport, whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. 21 plus only, must be present in Ohio. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply.
I'm Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And I'm Wilson from the other window place.
Wilson, what's with the magic wand?
I'm trying to make our screens do that vanishing thingy yours do.
You mean the disappearing roll screens? Where the screen is there if you want it, or retracts and disappears if you don't?
Yeah, now, is that done with real magic?
No, it's not.
So I should probably take back the wizard's robe.
Yeah, I would. Get the window that Columbus homeowners rate the most trusted at PellaColumbus.com.
Hey, what's up, Buckeye Nation? It's Cardale Jones. Join me Saturday, July 20th at Huntington Park for the Smiths Cardale Jones charity softball game presented by Monogram Homes and the U.S. Air Force. Come check out former Buckeye greats take on this year's current Buckeye stars such as Emeka Ibuka, Jaden Ballard, and many more. Come see and meet the Buckeyes before they hit the field this fall. Gates open at 5 p.m. Contests and prizes all night long. Home run derby at 6:30 and the game to follow. Tickets available at BuckeyeCruise.com. Why pick Nick when you can Smith Nick? Get your $10 $10 tickets now at BuckeyeCruise.com.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good afternoon. I'm Paul Keels. Baseball, the Cincinnati Reds played the second of their series at home with Pittsburgh tonight. Mitch Keller pitching for the Pirates. Hunter Green for the Reds, who are trying for back-to-back wins. Cleveland Guardians continuing in Baltimore with the Orioles. Logan Allen and Cole Irvin, the starters. Cleveland has won 6 in a row, and they've opened up an 8-game lead atop the American League Central. Columbus Clippers at home in Huntington Park, hosting Omaha. Basketball, Boston Celtics center Kristaps Porzingis will have surgery in the near future for a leg injury that bothered him during the NBA Finals, and he will miss competing for the Latvian national team in the upcoming Paris Olympics. New York Knicks guard OG Anunoby has opted out of his contract to become a free agent. College basketball, Maryland and Georgetown announcing today they'll resume playing one another for the first time in a decade. The two schools that are 23 miles apart have agreed to a 4-game series starting in 2025. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
We did the math. Common Man has hosted over 5,000 shows on The Fan. 3 of them have been halfway decent. Here's Man and Bone.
Teddy.
Yeah.
This ain't one of them.
We already established that.
I know, but I want to repeat it.
In case we have new
For anybody who missed the first part of the show.
That's right.
Where the Queen showed up in the first segment. She doesn't normally show up that early. But no dipping your toe in the pool today. No. All the way in.
All the way in.
All the way in.
Mm-hmm.
You know, constantly told that weather is more volatile now, right?
Mm-hmm.
More storms, bigger storms. I mean, hey, can't even watch golf without people storming the castle, telling me about the climate. That's all well and good. You know what I'm going to do? Focus on the positive. Because all those things may be true. Weather bad, polar caps, the bees are dying. I don't know. Could all be true. But I saw a stat about lightning today that blew my mind. So last year in the United States, sadly, 14 people were killed by lightning strikes.
Really?
14. It's bad.
That's
right.
We have 350 million-ish people here. I want to say 330 million people. But yeah, that's, even though that's not percentage-wise a huge number, that's still sad.
I'm just saying, it's sad. People have families. They died, lightning strikes. A lot of these people were outdoors fishing.
Okay.
That's a big thing. Sometimes you're on the water there, the lightning strikes, and dead.
Is that what it said, that fishing's the number one cause?
Fishing is the number one outdoor activity where this occurs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you're holding a big rod of some kind, big metal rod.
So I told you, 14 people last year died of lightning strikes in this country. In 1943, in this country, 432 people died of lightning strikes.
What year?
1943. What the hell were we doing? Like just running around with big metal rods saying, hit me, hit me. I mean, we had less people on the planet then, too.
Well, Jebediah, it's starting to storm out. Make sure you put your tin hat on and start a shoveling so we can dig our lightning shelter.
I'm just saying.
Why were they out? Apparently, there were more people outside.
You got a bunch of, politicians. They want to tell you about the good old days. When? 1940? When we were getting struck by lightning? Everybody? Oh, you hear about Jed? What happened? Why is everybody named Jed?
I said Jed. I don't know. I said Jebediah.
Oh, okay.
He went that way, too. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. He died. Lightning. Kristen, I always make fun of Kristen because it doesn't matter the disaster. She knows someone. She's adjacent to someone who has been killed or maimed. Like if you say, hey, got run over by a train, Kristen's there.
She knows someone?
I knew someone in college who got ran over by a train. She'll be there.
Interesting.
So even though 14 people died from lightning strikes last year, trust me, Kristen knew one of them or has a connection.
That's like our old boss Stringbean. He used to have that same issue.
But imagine what it was like in 1943.
Well, I have so many questions. Do we know what it was in 42, 41, 44?
1942, 372.
Okay, so this was
1944, 419.
Okay.
Pick another random year.
Give me like 50.
1950, 219.
All right, so it went down a little bit.
It started to go down once we got into the 50s.
All right. Yeah, I'm fascinated by this. I mean, there was a war going on where are they counting? I honestly don't know the question. I'm saying, are they counting
they weren't fighting on American soil, dude?
Well, again, I don't know how they count the numbers. I don't know what.
This is fatalities from lightning strikes in this country.
I would hope you wouldn't. To your point, I would hope you wouldn't look at stats from the 40s and be like, "Oh my God, gunshot deaths were like millions of people killed by gunshots." Like, they were in a war.
Above 100 since 1974. 1974 was the last time that 102 people died. That was the number. Ever since then, it has gone down significantly. Just my question is, what the hell were we doing?
We were outside more?
No.
Yeah. I mean, presumably, there were way more people outside back then. Don't you think?
No, I don't buy that crap. I don't buy it.
You don't think that, now that we've got, I guess you're right. We had the Industrial Revolution was in the 1800s. It's not like, people just lived in farming communities all over.
Look, no, I'm just saying, I drive around this city a fair bit, okay? Every time, whether I'm going to work, coming home from work, all I see are construction people outside building things.
Oh, well, that's fair.
Ripping up roads and doing this and building hospitals and stuff like that. Just the sheer amount of people we have doing construction now. There's no way they had that back then.
That's fair. I meant more like people who are just not for work purposes, who are just outside, just more often. But then again, everybody's, there's a lot of people whenever it's nice out, running, biking. There's so many more physical fitness hobbies, it feels like now. Back then, it was just go chop some wood or go, just be an outdoorsy person.
If you said somebody in 43, hey, let's go jog. They'd be like, what the hell is that?
Yeah, I've got to go to exactly. I got to go do outdoor goat yoga. No one was, that was not a thing back then.
Hey, you want to go to Hot Box?
I mean, it was.
What is that?
I mean, yoga was a thing, but not as much in this country.
Yoga was a thing in the 40s?
I mean, it's been a thing in, I believe, India for hundreds of years.
I'm not talking about India. I'm talking about here.
I know. I'm saying it hadn't made it over here. I think it only took off. I want to say it was in the 60s. I think it was Shirley MacLaine was one of the big people who was like, listen to me. You got to bend your body in funky directions and do it while you're sweating. You got to go sit with the hot studio. Get the hot yoga going. I think that was only a recent thing.
Fat Boy Food Tap!
Common Man and T-Bone have very little value unless they're telling you about all the crap they can shove in your mouth so you can die quicker. It's time for Fat Boy Food Tip. Wait, how do you want me to say it? Tip? This is dumb. I quit.
Guess what just came out, T-Bone?
What just came out?
The American Customer Satisfaction Index Restaurant and Food Delivery Study.
Okay.
Yes.
Sounds exciting.
They measure who's buying fast food. They measure how much money people are spending. They measure customer satisfaction when you go buy the fast food. And so now I will share some of that data with you.
Okay.
They did note that households earning less than $75,000 a year are reducing their restaurant visits because of rising prices. We didn't need a survey for that. I mean,
yeah.
We just know
what a shocking amount of info there.
All right, customer satisfaction stuff. Chick-fil-A is again number one in customer satisfaction. Although their score did drop 2%, they have a number of 83. It continues to lead the fast food industry.
This is always a good reminder for me that I am very much out of step with the majority of people when it comes to how they feel about Chick-fil-A. Because when I go to Chick-fil-A and they're like, it'll be my pleasure. How are you? It's so great to see you. It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. I get creeped out. That is weird to me, and I don't go as often.
There's a bit of forced kindness. But you know what? People like that.
I know people do. I'm telling you how I feel, and this is another,
You're dead
yet
inside.
again, I'm not dead inside. I'm very much alive inside. But it jars me when I go there because it's like, come on. Are you in there? Is it okay? Do you blink twice if you need help? I feel like I need to rescue people from this place. Are you okay?
All right, so they got a score of 83. The second place finisher had a score of 81. I would not have guessed that this fast food establishment finished in second place.
Okay.
KFC
Interesting.
is number 2 with a score of 81.
I don't go to KFC very frequently, despite what you may think looking at me. I haven't been maybe more than a couple times this year.
You and I are both Popeyes men.
Yeah, if I'm going for chicken, I'm going Popeyes usually. However, I will say that every time I've gone, it's been a good experience. Like I don't recall the last time I went to KFC and they had, oh, hey, sorry, we gave you the wrong order or whatever. But again, I don't go as frequently, so that could be partially why.
There's a 4-way tie for third place. They all had scores of 80. Culver's got a score of 80. Panera, Arby's, and Starbucks. I'm surprised that Arby's is up there with the other ones.
I just would like to remind all the people who bag on Arby's all the time, they actually do have some really good food, and generally speaking, they do a pretty good job. I mean, like I usually have a good experience when I go there. I will say that I usually have a good experience when I go to Panera, other than the fact that for me personally, I am not so much a fan of their entire menu. But other than that, it's great.
Sonic made the biggest leap in the industry. They were plus 6% year over year. They had a score of 76. Wendy's also had a 76. They were up 3%. Good news for McDonald's is that they were up 3% from last year. Bad news is they're still in last place at number 71.
Number 71?
With a number, with a 71.
I was going to say, how many restaurants are there?
No.
Yeah, I mean, I also think, I'm not trying to defend McDonald's or Wendy's necessarily, because I know they were down there too, but those are restaurants that I feel like you have quite a bit of people who are going more regularly, so you're going to have more chances to have good and bad experiences, right? Who else? These were what was this, the top 10?
They rate all as long as you have enough locations, you're rated on here.
Okay.
Now, I don't have the full, complete list. You have to pay money for that.
Oh, I see.
They also ranked full-service restaurants. I have that.
Oh, sure. Let's go.
The top of the heap, scoring an 85, both of these places, it's a tie. Texas Roadhouse and Longhorn.
Wow.
They both got a tie for first.
Okay.
Olive Garden is next, up 4% to an 83. Chili's is up 4% to an 80.
This is what consumers, when they go, they're saying, here's how satisfied we were, based off whatever surveys they're looking at.
It's analytics that decide all of this, right?
Fine.
It's not one category. It's not like, just customers saying this is good.
Okay.
There's other stuff factoring in here.
The whole thing.
Last year, the leader in the clubhouse was Outback. They slipped 4% to a score of 80.
Hard times at the Outback.
Well, I mean, they were in first place. Now they're not.
Yeah, I mean, I would say I can't say I disagree or agree with this list. I do feel like it might have something to do, like if you go to a place that lets you throw your food on the ground, isn't that...
Texas Roadhouse does that.
That's what I mean.
Longhorn doesn't do that.
Oh, Longhorn does not?
No.
Well, I stand corrected then. I thought all the... Because what's the other one? There's Longhorn, there's Texas Roadhouse. Isn't there another... Logan's Roadhouse?
I think you can throw crap on the ground.
Yeah. I'm saying if I go to your restaurant, they're like, yeah, take these peanuts and just crack them up and throw them on the ground.
In a tie for last place.
I'm going to feel like I got a good bargain there.
With scores of 76, Denny's and Red Robin share last place.
Yeah, that's no good.
Although I will say this. Red Robin onion rings. My favorite restaurant onion rings.
Yeah.
I mean, I love a breaded ring, and it's breaded. You got to get the big tower.
Yes, you do.
Don't get the little tower. Get out of here. If you're going for rings, go for the gold. They offer a smaller tower. That's for quitters.
Yeah.
You get the big tower, and then it comes with 2 delicious sauces. If you're a ketchup fan, like my daughter is, go ahead and dip it in the ketchup. I'll let you live. Yeah. But I love the sauces they give you. One is just a ranch, straightforward. The other one is some sort of chipotle thing.
Right. Yeah.
Got an orange tint.
Yeah, but you know what? That orange tinted chipotle, whatever it is, that sauce, that is like a fry sauce. And that is something that I think if we're ever going to take up another big challenge, it is that we need to normalize that with all the fast food places. You need to offer a fry sauce because ketchup's great. I love ketchup. Some people will dip their fries in other things. I'm not opposed to that. If I get nuggets, I will sometimes dip the fries into that. But there are a lot of places that have, like especially mom and pop places that will say, oh, yeah, we have our special fry sauce. This is just made for the fries. It's a zesty, usually ketchup and mayo mixture.
Sauce is a fry sauce.
That's what cane sauce is. Yeah. Absolutely right. Why don't more places offer that? McDonald's, do a fry sauce. Come on. Make it a thing. You need to innovate.
All right, we're on the case. We're
I
on the
want it
case.
to happen.
We're going to talk about Hillbilly Ted's favorite team coming up next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza.
We've got an accident on the right shoulder of southbound Gender Road at Winchester Pike. Emergency crews are on scene, causing holdup. We also have slower traffic on eastbound 270 on the North Outer Belt between 23 and 71. This report is sponsored by eBay Motors. eBay Motors is here for the ride with the parts you need at the prices you want. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they're guaranteed to fit your ride the first time, every time, or your money back. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply. I'm Nicole for 97.1, The Fan Traffic.
The Columbus Men's Clinic opened in 2014 for guys who get it done. Let's talk, fellas. You solve problems all day at work. You fix your sink when it's broken. But when it comes to ED and low T, it doesn't get done. We get it. You hate going to the doctor, but you're the guy that fixes things. At the Columbus Men's Clinic, there's nothing to fear and no reason to delay. We've been destroying bedroom boredom for a decade. So if you haven't fixed this, call us. When the pills fail, call us. If you feel like you've tried everything, call us. Here, there's hope. From the conventional to the next level. You'll be seen by our friendly, discreet physician who will take the time to listen. Imagine finally taking care of this with no surgery. Imagine going from feeling gray to living life in vibrant color. It's time to be confident. Join the thousands of guys who have found success after walking through our doors. Will you be one of them? Dial 614-300-7400 or go to columbusmensclinic.com to schedule a $99 male performance consultation, including blood work. Do it for you. Do it for her. columbusmensclinic.com. Book your appointment now.
Hey, welcome to the IKEA Midsummer Sale. Hello. Save up to 50% on outdoor furniture and indoor essentials and have your best summer.
Oh, how about storage for my inflatable flamingos?
We've got you covered. Let's turn your space into a summer haven with space for birds.
Awesome.
Visit us in store from June 12th to July 9th or at ikea-usa.com/midsummer. Offer valid dates may vary. U.S. only while supplies last. Selection may vary by store and online. See store on ikea-usa.com/midsummer for complete terms. Restrictions apply.
When you're drinking a frozen beverage from McDonald's, your brain may not like how refreshingly cold it is. But the rest of your body, oh yes, it's gonna relish every moment of it. Because there are drinks. Then there are drinks from McDonald's.
Refresh yourself with an any-size frozen drink like a Sprite Lemonade for just $1.79 and paired with a McCrispy and fries. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Here's a quick listening guide. When something's on the fan, it's on the station you're listening to right now. If I say something's on ESPN Columbus, it's on 1460 AM and the Fan's HD2. When in doubt, stream it on the Fan app. Thank you and good night.
Big things are happening on the east side.
We're ready to deal. Come negotiate during May's Dealin' Days at Lindsay Honda. Lower payments, better financing, more value for any trade. Shop lindsayhonda.com and see new Hondas with thousands in savings plus many other deals. We'll work hard to get you a payment you can afford. Now during May Dealin' Days at Lindsay Honda.
Honda makes the cars, Lindsay makes the difference.
See lindsayhonda.com for program details.
Whether you're popping the question or ready to say I do, there's only one true jeweler to shop for your one true love. Hi, it's Alex Johnson from the Diamond Cellar. As a true jeweler, we not only have luxury designer collections to meet your bridal needs, but we also have talented in-house designers who can create something truly one of a kind. For more than 75 years, our expert staff has been caring for couples just like you and providing the absolute lowest prices guaranteed. Visit the Diamond Cellar on Sawmill Road or Easton Town Center. The possibilities are endless.
Every year, Adult Protective Services receives thousands of reports of elder abuse, exploitation, and neglect in Ohio. When a report is received, Adult Protective Services can check in and provide help if needed. If someone you know is showing signs of elder maltreatment, don't hesitate to call 855-OHIO-APS. Let's work together to help every Ohioan age safely.
Do you want a job that is flexible, secure, and fun? It also offers excellent pay and is ranked as one of the best jobs in America, too. I'm talking about being a dental hygienist. And all you have to do is complete a 2-year program after high school. Visit ODA.org to learn more and to start helping people love their smile. This message is brought to you by the members of the Ohio Dental Association.
Don't let a cold, sinus infection, or allergies ruin your day. Breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier with Navage. Visit Navage.com, Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, or a store near you.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Partly sunny, breezy, and cooler temperatures mid to upper 70s on this Tuesday with scattered showers and a possible thunderstorm as we go for the first half of the night. A better chance of more showers and storms by Wednesday morning, waking up warm and humid around 70 degrees. And more showers and storms, some could be strong, with heavy rain, damaging wind, and hail possible through Wednesday afternoon. High temperatures in the low 80s. With your Doppler 10 forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Does excessive amounts of Prozac make your sack droop down to your knees? Asking for a friend. My friend's name is Mike. Back to Droopy Sack and T-Bone.
Droopy Sack and T-Bone brought to you by the Hinder Motor Company. Jump in the YouTube chat. I saw this comment from Brian with a Y, which, by the way, I co-sign. I agree 100%. I have a huge pet peeve of restaurants who show pictures of crispy breaded onion rings, and they're actually the battered. It pisses me off so much. I had this situation not too long ago with a pizza place where I'm on their website. I've not gone to this pizza place before, and they have a picture of their onion rings, and they are breaded, and they look fabulous.
Yeah.
I said, all right, I'm going to get a pizza. I'm going to get some rings. Get the rings home. Nothing like the picture. Battered. Now, I don't have a problem with battered. I've had a lot of good rings that are battered. But if I go into something thinking it's a breaded onion ring and you give me a battered, you're falsely identifying yourself and your product. These places are so damn cheap, they can't even take pictures of their own food. They just go on Google Images, search for onion ring, and then plaster that on their website.
I'm with you, man. That's a big faux pas.
It's lazy.
Well, it almost makes me feel like you don't like onion rings. Whoever put that together for the website, because to me that would be the same as, and maybe this doesn't make sense to other people, but if you showed me a picture of like Arby's curly fries and I said, that's what I'd like, I want some curly fries at your local mom and pop restaurant. You show me a picture like that, and then I order fries and they come in and they're just like crinkle cut Ore-Ida from the bag fries, I'm going to say, I like those too. I love a crinkle cut fry. It's delicious.
It's not what you signed up for, though.
But you showed me seasoned spiral cut fries. That's a different experience, and I might not have ordered the same size. I might not have decided to order fries at all if I didn't see those on the menu. So, yeah, battered and breaded, they're both good.
Both good, but you got to know what you're getting going in.
I personally like the battered better myself, but if you give me breaded, onion ring, I'm going to be fine with it. But I would be disappointed if that's what I had seen on the website. I'm totally with you on that.
Teddy's favorite team, the Dallas Cowboys, there's some rumblings that Mike McCarthy is getting fed up with Mr. Glory Hole, Jerry Jones.
Oh.
According to an ex-Cowboy personnel man who is remaining anonymous, he's doing it the best he can, talking about Mike McCarthy. Some of the people I've talked to have said that he's getting fed up with it a little bit. All right. Now, Teddy, there's two ways to look at this. There is yes, I understand that because you have an old man playing GM now, which he's done for many years, but clearly his best days are behind him, and maybe he doesn't know what the hell he's doing, and Mike McCarthy is trying to make the best of a bad situation. The other side of that is Mike McCarthy probably should have been fired 2 years ago, yet Jerry Jones has shown his loyalty and kept him around. So where do you fall on this?
Well, I would say I thought he was going to be fired at the end of this past season.
Everybody did.
But they had a really good regular season, and then they just got blown out by the Packers in the first round of the playoffs. Embarrassing. So you thought, hey, they'll make the change there. But they didn't, and they're just going to run out his contract. And they also said they were all in this year, and that's not the case at all.
Well,
so this is just going to be mainly a repeat of last season is what you're going to get.
Tell you, this is where I kind of see those comments. If let's say they're grounded in reality and this isn't just someone trying to get some clickbait out there, if this is legit, then I can understand where Mike McCarthy says, maybe you should have fired me, maybe you wanted to fire me, whatever, you didn't. But if I'm here, and you say you're all in like they did, and then I see this offseason, I could see him going, well, regardless of how nice it was that he brought me back and all that other stuff. I am frustrated as a coach that I don't have the weaponry I think I need to go out and be better. So I can understand that frustration being there, couldn't you?
Oh, yeah. I'd be upset and frustrated if I was Mike McCarthy seeing what happened. But what else is he going to do? Is he just going to quit or something? No.
It's also seems like if any of this frustration is real, Mike, doesn't it feel like this is all a bunch of people pointing at immovable objects in their situation? Like Mike McCarthy's genuinely mad. I don't like it that Jerry Jones runs this team. Does that change anytime soon?
Not unless he croaks.
And then who runs the team? Stephen Jones.
Yeah.
Right. So none of that's changing anyway. And then if it's, well, I think they should have done more to get players. Agreed. Who's in charge of that? Literally the guy with the purse strings is Jerry Jones, and you're not changing that again. It all comes back to the same issue.
I was thinking about this today because, I was thinking about who's been the coach there, and it brought me back to Bill Parcells coaching the Cowboys. And then I started to think, is Bill Parcells alive? We never see Bill Parcells, right?
Oh, I don't know.
Like, he never pops up. And then I looked it up. He is alive. He's 82. But we really never hear from him. I guess the last time we talked about him is when he was palling around a little bit with Jimmy Haslam. Remember that?
I forgot all about that.
It was probably about 10-something years ago when Jimmy had just bought the team, and there was some speculation that Bill Parcells was helping with the draft, and maybe he would work in some official capacity, but I don't think that's the case. I think he's just been advising from time to time, but we never see Bill Parcells pop up anywhere. He's like Richard Simmons.
I just looked this up because you said that. Bill Parcells' last job he had in football that I can see on his Wikipedia page was Dolphins VP of Football Ops in 2008 to 2010. Like that ended up,
officially he was hanging around with the Haslams, but
I'm saying as an official position where he was, like a visible member of a front office and had a title, that's been almost 15 years ago. That blows my mind because I'm with you. I mean, I know we haven't seen him much lately, but
it's his choice. A lot of these guys pop up on media all the time. You wonder what motivates them, but we have not seen Bill Parcells at all.
No.
If you remember, it was I think it was about 5 or 6 years ago when they did the 30 for 30. It was the two Bills, and they had Parcells and Belichick, and they did a big piece on those two guys. And that's the last time I can remember him being in the spotlight at that time.
That's a good call, Teddy. Yeah, I mean, I guess if you by choice decide you want to do that, stay out of the limelight. I don't blame you.
I mean, if you were making a list of the greatest football coaches of our era,
sure,
our fandom, Parcells is on that list, right?
I think so. I think you obviously have to talk about the guys that are currently doing it, that you'd put on that list. And then, Belichick's not currently in a job, but he's obviously right at the top of the heap.
I'm not talking current head coaches. I'm talking guys that...
No, but that we've witnessed in our lifetime.
Yes.
Like, I don't remember a lot of, like, Chuck Noll's tenure. You know what I'm saying?
But I put him on the list, Teddy, right?
Bill Parcells?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Along with my guy, Jimmy Johnson.
Yeah, you'd have to do that.
All right.
Would we put? I would put Andy Reid and Bill Belichick on any list that's involving guys from our lifetime.
Would you put
about Marv Levy?
Man, that's a good question,
that's
Teddy.
Good, man, because he
had him there.
He doesn't have the win,
but he had him there.
Right.
3-4 times, right?
Marty Schottenheimer, another one.
Another guy just didn't have the win.
Yeah,
not the top, but yeah, right there.
Are we putting John Harbaugh on this list? Are we putting Mike Tomlin on this list? Like,
did you mention Andy Reid?
Yeah, Andy Reid and Bill Belichick, clearly.
What about Bill Cowher?
Cowher would be a discussion point for sure. I think you'd have to consider that.
Because Cowher won. Did he win 2 or just 1?
I feel like it was just
a one. Yeah.
Just the one, but he went to another one.
Yeah, and then the Cowboys beat him that year, right? That was
when Neil O'Donnell.
Yeah, that's right.
Right. Rapid Fire coming up next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza.
You're looking at a 5-minute slowdown on a southbound 315 between 3rd Avenue and Town Street. We have another 5-minute delay on eastbound 33 between 270 Southeast and Hamilton Road. This report is sponsored by eBay Motors. eBay Motors is here for the ride with the parts you need at the prices you want. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they're guaranteed to fit your ride the first time, every time, or your money back. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
I have done in my career literally thousands of joint replacements.
Meet Dr. Mitchell Scheinkup, National Medical Director at QC Kinetics, an acclaimed orthopedic surgeon who now advises patients try all they can do to avoid the knife and consider regenerative medicine.
I myself was able to continue skiing for 10 years after my knees started to be a problem because I accessed regenerative medicine.
Now, after 20 years of study, research, teaching, publications, and clinical experience, Dr. Scheinkup is regarded as one of America's true pioneers.
This is the future of medicine.
Dr. Scheinkup came to QC Kinetics after seeing what they were doing around the country, helping tens of thousands of patients get lasting relief from joint pain with no surgery and no drugs.
QC is so far ahead of the game in its science, its protocols, its people, its facilities.
Call now for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. When it comes to your roof, there's only one team to call, and that's the team at Newman Roofing. They're professionals. They'll be with you to support you throughout the whole process from the first phone call to the end. You'll work with their great team, so go check them out. Newman Roofing, the company you can trust. 614-NEW-ROOF or newmanroofing.com.
When I'm not voicing Wendy's ads, I'm gaming. I stay up and fueled because Wendy's delivers late.
Are you recording a Wendy's ad? Come on!
Got 'em. Whatever you're up for, we're down. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's Delivery Late Night. Open till midnight or later.
Hours and delivery availability may vary.
Common Man and T-Bone here for the Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus.
It's our absolute favorite place to go for that live VIP sportsbook experience. 12,000 square feet of sportsbook action. 2 huge walls of TVs, not to mention delicious food and drink. But your experience can be even better if you download the Penn Play app.
Yep, you can get up to $140 in rewards. It's so easy, dummies like us can do it. Got to download the free Penn Play app today and cash in your bonuses. Plus, you never know, and you'll see Man and I lurking around.
I'm lurking. Must be 21 or over. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hi, here are some ways to listen to The Fan. You can download the Fan app or listen at home on your smart speaker or open up the iHeartRadio app or hold your head out the window and hear Common Man scream. Happy listening from the Dopes at The Fan.
Hey, it's Anthony here for the Good Feet store. You know, we do a segment on the show every week called Pressure, but that's about sports. What about the pressure your feet endure every day? I know mine did. When I went to the Good Feet store, I learned I was out of line. I joked, I already know that. They said, no, physically, my feet weren't being supported the right way. So when I went to the store on Polaris Parkway, they also have one on Stringtown Road, I took all the time I needed to walk around the store to see what felt and fit the best in my shoes. Once I had them in, my personal arch supports from the Good Feet store, my lower back pain went away. What a feeling. You need to get your free personalized fitting by one of their arch support specialists. For arch supports to be effective, they require a precision fit. That's why Good Feet arch supports are only available at the Good Feet store. You like them? You can wear them home. You have nothing to lose but the pain. So go to goodfeet.com today or go in and try the Good Feet feeling. Comfort, energy, performance, and pain relief, all from the Good Feet store.
Check engine light on? Take the guesswork out of your check engine light with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free and provides a report with solutions based on over 650 million vehicle scans verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we can recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts. Common Man here for Jermaine Lexus of Dublin and Easton. If you listen to my show every day, congratulations, you're getting the best. Now I want you to drive the best. But unlike the lie I told before, Jermaine Lexus really is the best. I just picked up my brand new RX 350 a few weeks ago. It is fabulous. They want to make you a customer for life. Right now, rates are as low as 1.9%. Lease payments are as low as $489 a month. And the Memorial Courtesy vehicles are now on the lot. Jermaine Lexus of Dublin and Easton. Check them out online, JermaineLexus.com. Tell them Common Man sent you.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Did you feel that? It's your radio getting fatter. Getting fatter.
Chubby time.
This is Common Man and T-Bone.
Happy Tuesday. So glad you've tuned in. 3 hours a day, every single day. Do it. Or rot in hell for all eternity. It's your choice. Game show coming up at 5:34. What's the game this week, Boner?
This week, the game is movies in Ohio. We're shooting a movie in Ohio, actually up in Cleveland right now. The Superman movie is taking over the city. So I thought, what other famous movies have been up there? I did some research, and we'll talk about it.
Man City and Chelsea are playing at Ohio Stadium on August 3rd. We have given away tickets for that.
Mm-hmm.
The Crew announced today that fans can attend a training session for the two teams the night before, on the 2nd, at the LDC.
Very good.
So if you're interested in watching men run around in their skivvies,
they are selling tickets to that. It's not,
of course they are.
Not a free-for-all, but yes, if you'd like to see that, good way to get up close and personal with some of your favorite soccer players. I think that's a really cool thing.
Rapid fire.
Rapid fire.
Sponsored by Custom Air. Custom Air. Custom Solutions. Custom Comfort.
All right, Teddy, rapid fire number 1.
All right, the Stanley Cup was on display last night. So what's your guys' favorite championship trophy in sports?
Got to be the Stanley Cup, right? You see the guy, probably about 5 minutes before the game was over, they had the guy, with the white gloves on.
The keeper of the cup, dude.
And he's polishing up the cup, and he's making it all nice. It's like, yes, we can't have your fingerprints on that, but in about 20 minutes, someone will have pooped in it. Right? I mean, it's the only cup that you get to take around with you.
Literally today, it went in the Atlantic Ocean. It was at the beach. It was in the ocean. It was getting beer dumped off a balcony out of it. Yeah, I mean, it's a great trophy. Now, for me, I have one trophy that I like more than it, just from an aesthetics point. It is one of the greatest looking trophies of all time. But the trophy you get for the Indy 500, the Borg Warner Trophy, if you've never seen this thing, they put the face of the winner. They actually have a guy who does a clay sculpture of the winner's face in 3D, and then that is cast into, some kind of metal that is put on the trophy. So it has dozens and dozens of past winners' faces on it, and I think it is, at some points, almost a little haunting, but also a very visually stunning trophy. So I do like the Borg Warner Trophy.
Rapid fire number 2.
If the Big Ten Conference added a sponsor to their name, then what do you think it should be?
The Common Man and T-Bone Conference.
That would be great. It'd be the Big Ten Conference brought to you by Man and Bone.
What else? Maybe like Dude Wipes or something?
I do like gas stations, and one of my favorite gas stations, I think, is in the Big Ten footprint, and that would be the Come and Go. I think they should sponsor it. Why not?
It's icky.
What do you mean it's icky?
I thought they were changing the name of the Come and Go to Maverick.
I think they are, at least in Utah, maybe. I don't know if it's everywhere, but
should be everywhere.
No, it's a great.
I'm not stopping at the Come and Go.
I've been,
but Maverick, I'm going.
You come in, you get what you need, and you go. What is icky about that? It's exactly how it should be.
I don't like it. Yeah. Rapid fire number 3.
What's your favorite trick play of all time?
Trick play.
I mean, was it the Statue of Liberty that they did with Boise State against Oklahoma? That's always that's an all-timer, right?
Classic, yeah.
And that was the one where the dude ended up proposing, I think, to his girlfriend at the end of who was a cheerleader. It was like, score the winning touchdown, then propose to your girlfriend who's a cheerleader on the team. You pull this massive upset. But yeah, that was a great trick play.
I tried to do the hidden ball trick in high school, in baseball.
How'd that go?
Didn't work.
No.
I don't like trick plays.
What do you mean?
Stupid.
What do you mean you don't like a
They're
trick
dumb.
play?
They're stupid.
They're not dumb.
Line up and play. Need tricks, you're not good enough. That's what I say.
That's right. In fact, when you're a pitcher, be like, hey, it's a fastball.
That's right. Hit it or not.
Or there's all kinds of deceitfulness going on at all times.
No.
I think you should hold up giant signs in college football games and say, we're running to the left. Please try to stop it. I think mano y mano. That's what our play's called every game.
Michigan does that against us. We still can't stop it.
Yeah. Is it mano a mano? Who cares?
Mano y mano?
Chuck Amato.
Rapid fire number 4.
All right, you guys mentioned this earlier about the EA Sports and their top 25 toughest places to play. Ohio Stadium ranked 4th. Do you think that's right, or should it be higher or lower?
That's fine. As long as it's represented in the top 5, I don't care.
Who was ahead? It was
Texas A&M was 1, Alabama was 2, LSU 3.
Okay, all of those are loud places. But can I ask this? Does weather count? We're talking about home field advantage?
I don't know what they factored in here.
But here's what I'm saying. I bet you there would be people, and I think this is fair, if you went to an SEC game on a random week, like say at LSU or Alabama, they might have a slightly louder atmosphere where it's going to be 90 and hot and sticky. You know where it's also going to be 90 and hot and sticky is at Ohio Stadium. And it's also very, very loud there. More people than either of those buildings. But also, Ohio Stadium in the winter and fall is going to play in colder weather, a lot of more adverse conditions. What's the worst you're getting at LSU or at Alabama, right? I'm going to say Ohio State's weather should factor in, and we should be number one. Yeah, I said it.
Rapid fire number 5.
If you were able to have the Stanley Cup trophy for a day, then where would you take it?
Oh, I would defile the hell out of that thing. I would just take it. Why not?
Why would you defile it? What do you mean?
I'm just saying, I'm going to make sure you're going to have to use some good Clorox to get my stuff off of there.
Would you eat anything out of it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good. I'm saying
I'd eat out of it. I would then relieve myself in it.
Why?
I would take it downstairs with a porn pad.
To do what?
You know to do what?
I don't actually know. I don't know what you can do.
You know what I'm doing in the cup.
A giant piece of silver. Is that getting you going? What do you see? Like
I
a
got
hood
I got the pad to get me going.
Oh, I see. Okay. Okay. Why are you putting?
I don't know, because somehow it intrigues me that I'm going to put my genitals the same place that Guy Lafleur.
Why?
But I don't know.
What is with you?
I'm sicko.
Yeah. I mean,
Where would you take it, Teddy?
I would head to South Beach with Rimmer, and then he would show me all the happening places down there, and we'd have a great time.
Oh, and then you know what would happen? Rimmer would be like, I could get her. She's looking at us. And then you know.
Dude, let me tell you a little story.
It's 2 girls, 1 Stanley Cup. You know what I'm saying?
So I'm driving home last night after the show. I have a special ring for Rimmer when he calls.
What is it?
I can't tell you.
Okay.
But I have a special ring for Rimmer. He calls me. I'll tell you off the air.
Okay. I'm not hurt by this. I can only imagine what it is.
I pick up. Usually I ignore. I'm like, what the hell? He's excited for Game 7. He also wanted to tell me a little bit of gossip.
Okay.
So, by the way, I know who the Jackets TV guy's going to be.
Oh, great.
Yeah. Anyway.
Fabulous sports, babe.
I wish it was, honey. So, he is so excited for Game 7. Mm-hmm. Like, this is a man. There are a lot of people in our business and the play-by-play game, too, where it's just like a job. And they get excited for the moment that they're in, but then they go home and they don't care. Like, they don't watch other sports. They don't get invested because that's their profession. You think Sean McDonough is going home, getting jazzed up about, oh, my God, I got to turn on USA and Bolivia?
Probably not. Right.
No, he doesn't care.
I understand what you're saying.
Rimmer is so engrossed in this. He's got the TV on 1,000,000. When he's talking to me. I said, why do you call me? You're calling me, and the TV's on 1,000,000. Hello? All right, I'll see if I can turn it down. But he's not watching regular TV. He's got the illegal Canadian dish.
Of course.
Right? So he can watch the Canadian feed of all this stuff. And then he goes into this spiel. Spiel? Schmiel?
Well, I don't know what spiel is the word about, like, a pitch. Like he's telling you something.
I need you to get one of these Canadian dishes.
Oh, God.
I said, Rimmer, I'm not from Canada. I don't care about watching the Canadian version of things. No, trust me. I got a buddy. He does it. And you can get everything. You get all the Canadian channels. You get all the stuff, movies, and if you want, pornography. I said, don't talk to me about that stuff. Because I'll tell you, late at night, Pharaoh goes to bed. I turn on the Blue Channel.
He did not say that. No, he didn't say that.
He said it.
No, he didn't.
I almost crashed the car into a ditch.
Oh, hey there. It looks a little chilly in Regina. How you doing there, feller? You wanna hop a ride?
I assume they're not all the porn is not
Canadian.
produced
No, it's only Canadian
in Canada.
Porn. Oh, hey, it's a cold day there in Yellowknife. Probably ought to take your clothes off and come on inside. And
there used to be an obscure radio law in Canada. I don't know if it's still applicable, where the music radio stations in Canada were legally required to play 70% Canadian artists.
Really?
Yes. I don't know if it's still a deal, but it used to be a deal. I wonder if it's the same thing with porn.
You're watching a movie and it's just a lot of noise, and all of a sudden they cut in like, due to Canadian law, we now have to switch you to a Canadian broadcast. It's like, so anyway, it looks like you're about halfway to hometown.
Two guys, a girl, at a pizza place in Edmonton.
Oh, hey, is that your Zamboni? You just happened to see me, you know? It's always something fun to do here, you know?
Hey, no there, Jonesy.
I just figured.
Rubbing a tongue there. Huh?
I don't know why it's always like, oh, you're Newfoundland, huh? Prince Edward Island. What's the initial for that? PEI? We'll leave it alone. I don't have to say anymore, right?
What's the matter with you?
What do you mean?
Idiot.
It's Prince Edward Island. It's just the name of a place.
Something that was dead is actually really dead. And I swear to God, he told me about the Canadian porn.
No, he did not.
I swear to God. He told me about it.
What's Pittsburgh Blue?
Chart on the outside and pink on the inside.
Raw action. So stupid. On the power play. They've got a man advantage.
He walks in the crease. God. Colin Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza.
Watch out for an accident on the right shoulder of eastbound 670 at International Gateway. Crews are on scene there, causing some holdup. We also have stop-and-go traffic on westbound 70 downtown between the 71 East and West split. This report is sponsored by Discover. As humans, we like having options. One option you might like is speaking with a real person when you call about your credit card. With 24/7 live U.S.-based customer service from Discover, everyone can talk to a real person anytime, day or night. Limitations apply. See terms at discover.com/credit card. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Big things are happening on the east side.
We're ready to deal. Come negotiate during May's Dealin' Days at Lindsay Honda. Lower payments, better financing, more value for any trade. Shop lindsayhonda.com and see new Hondas with thousands in savings plus many other deals. We'll work hard to get you a payment you can afford. Now during May Dealin' Days at Lindsay Honda.
Honda makes the cars, Lindsay makes the difference. See lindsayhonda.com for program details.
Ah, the sweet sounds of spring. Baseball, birds, and the glorious hum of a freshly tuned AC system. Don't sweat it. Call the Waterworks Heating and Cooling Team, 614-333-9720, or schedule service on our website. The Waterworks. Better care, better value, better AC.
At Take 5, we're faster than you think. That means we'll change your oil and have you back on the road before you can count all the change in your center console. Cha-ching, baby. Just sit back and relax while our fast, friendly team does all the work. Take 5, the stay-in-your-car 10-minute oil change.
It's the Kia Summer Sticker Sales Event. So give your friends something to look at and make this a summer to share and save with a capable Kia SUV like the Sorento, Sportage, Seltos, or Telluride, or a powerful sedan like the fun-to-drive Forte, each backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty. And for a limited time, get 1.9% APR for 48 months for well-qualified buyers and $1,000 bonus cash on specially tagged 2024 Sportage and Sorento models. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Financing for 24 to 48 months from Kia Finance, subject to credit approval for purchase of a new 2024 Sportage or Sorento. Excludes hybrids and PHEVs. $21.65 per month per $1,000 financed at 48 months. $1,000 bonus cash on specially tagged models must be applied as down payment. Must take delivery by 7/8/24. Limited inventory. Warranty is a limited powertrain warranty. See retailer for details.
Do you subscribe to the Fan's YouTube channel? Well, why not? Catch our best interview, Stupid Man and Bone videos, and live video of our shows as they happen.
You can participate in your neighborhood watch.
Search 971 The Fan and subscribe today.
Common Man here for Diamonds Direct. Diamonds Direct has just made their incredible June offer even better. Now through the end of the month, when you make any purchase of $10,000 or more, you get a free diamond tennis bracelet. If you're ready to pop the question, shopping for a big anniversary maybe, there is no better time. Get the perfect ring and a second gorgeous gift this June from Diamonds Direct. And best of all, that gift is free. A tennis bracelet's a big deal. Just ask Serena Williams. It's a jewelry wardrobe staple. Getting one for free is no joke. See, what I would do is not give it to her right away and then save it for another time and pretend like you spent a lot more money. Yeah. These bracelets are the perfect gift for birthdays, anniversaries, and of course, wedding days. But hurry, this offer ends June 30th. Make any purchase of $10,000 or more, get a free diamond bracelet. For the best quality, price, and shopping experience, there is no better choice than Diamonds Direct.
It's time that we face the facts when it comes to organ, eye, and tissue donation. It exists to save and heal lives. It's a way to look out for one another, to continue a legacy and give the gift of a fuller future, the gift of life.
But what about the barriers around organ donation?
Cost, age, religion, race, or health status are not factors that can get in the way. All it really takes is one epic yes. Register today to become an organ, eye, and tissue donor at donatelifeohio.org.
We go to war for you. At Schroeder Schnarr Trial Attorneys, we don't back down.
Truck accident?
Call us today at 877-WAR-FOR-YOU or visit warforyou.com for a free consultation. Remember, results matter because we go to war for you. warforyou.com.
Austin Ward here with a question for you. Did you take Awaken 180 up on the offer to drop 40 pounds by the 4th? If you did, next week you'll reach the goal. Congrats. If you didn't, call Awaken 180. Why not do it now? Fast weight loss, easy weight loss, and then free support for life.
Want to know anything about the fans' contests, how to win, or what's up for grabs? Check out 971thefan.com. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Come for the obesity, stay for the anger. This is Common Man and T-Bone.
Bone and I do all our banging at Hollywood Casino Columbus, specifically their 12,000 square foot sportsbook. It is the place to be. Food, drink, action. Rimmer's illegal Canadian dish. It's all there.
That's right.
Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
We are also streaming on YouTube. You can find us. Just search 971 The Fan on YouTube and click the live stream to see any of the shows that are on. Whenever we're on the air, chances are we're live streaming there. But the chat is going off today in part because of the last segment where we talked about Canadian adult films, where then we were discussing how Canadian illegal dish only gets Canadian pornography, as Rimmer put it.
Mm-hmm.
So we had someone mention that Mounted Police would be a good name for an adult film based in Canada. I like that. I also like the idea, just in general, that in Canadian adult films, everybody's much more polite, you know, because Canada has that kind of polite vibe where there's just a lot of misplaced innuendo at first, and then it leads to sexy time. So in my mind, a guy shows up, knocks on the door, and says, "Yeah, hey, hello, I was told someone needed help plowing their rear entryway." "Oh, hello. You don't have a snow machine, do you?" "Oh, you've got a machine there. Okay. Hello." Just what's the matter with you, you idiot?
There goes the Marconi. We're not winning.
I got more, but I'll leave him. I'll leave him alone.
Don't leave him on the table.
I can't. This one I can't. You know what? This will be for you off the air. Just for you.
I want me some glory hole.
Nope.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. A thing that was dead is now officially dead. The owner of the Arizona Coyotes, yes, because their name and likeness stayed in the event that the owner, whose name I have forgotten, can secure a new arena and be ready to go. Then Gary Bettman promised they could have a new franchise.
Yeah, all they have to do is show that they want to, build a new arena.
Yes.
And I think it has to have, I don't remember if it has to be ready by 2027 or if it had to be approved by 2027.
It was
so it
never going to happen, and now it's officially not going to happen because I guess the owner was waiting for this land auction. They have canceled the land auction that he wanted to buy and put an arena on. They've essentially said, no, you can't do that.
If you've forgotten this, the entire, the city, the state, the county, everyone was like, you could buy land. That doesn't mean we're going to put in all the infrastructure for an arena to go on that land. So this guy was like, I'm just going to win the auction, and then I'll be able to build my arena. And they said, hold on a second, man. That's not how it works. And then that's when he claimed, well, I don't know what I can do then. So he was using the land auction as this is me trying.
Yeah, but they canceled the land auction. And so now officially he says he's out. He's done. The team is dead. It's all dead.
I have seen some people in Arizona who said, this might clear the way for now a real owner to come in and say, all right, because the rights still exist to this team. Essentially what happened is the old owner of the Coyotes more or less sold his team to the Utah group. I forget the guy's name that runs that, but that guy sold it. So he's made money. He realized the value of a franchise, but claimed he wanted to go put a franchise back in Phoenix. that is now not going to happen with him. So he basically walks away having sold his team. I mean, it's in a way, Mike, it's almost like if you were trying to sell the Coyotes, but you didn't want the rep as being like a terrible sports owner.
Too late.
Well, I know.
He already has that rep.
Yes, but this is his, it almost feels like this was his way to go, gosh, guys, I really didn't want to sell, but the NHL made me do it after I had my team in a college arena for 3 years, basically begging them to take it away from me. This guy wanted out. Now he is out. So the only thing that is a hope for Arizona fans, I guess, is that a new ownership group will come in and say, we can get it done we can build an arena. We'll get all the political stuff out of the way so we can make that happen. And then we will start this franchise back up. That seems like a pretty long shot, though, doesn't it?
I don't know. Nothing seems out of whack with that, too. Out of whack with the NHL. Because they're going to go into Atlanta for a third time. It's going to happen.
True enough.
So I can picture them going back into Phoenix. I know they're going to go back into Atlanta again.
Yeah,
I guess that's the hope that you have, is that metro area continues to grow. There's money there, and the NHL is going to go where the money is.
But am I wrong? I mean, again, I know Phoenix didn't have the greatest attendance ever, but that was not their issue. Their issue was they couldn't find an arena that wanted to host this owner because this owner was an idiot.
Correct.
So they needed to find a new partner or
he
build
pissed
a new
off
arena.
so many people around town.
Yeah.
He's like, well, I'll move out. I'll go here.
Right.
And then that person said, well, you didn't tell us you were going to come here. We don't want you.
It's unprecedented, though, right? That we go from, I know this was an untenable situation, but we went from, well, they're working to find a solution on the arena in like February to by what, March, April was when it was, oh, we're selling the team. Oh, they're moving to Utah. Oh, I'm out of the NHL now in less than 3 months. Like, I feel like this happened during the playoffs almost. That's how quick all this was.
I have a radical hot take that I'd like to share with you. I don't think just because you're dead, your punishment should end. And I'm going to talk about it coming up next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza.
There's stop-and-go traffic causing a 5-minute delay on northbound 270 on the East Outer Belt between 33 and I-70, and another 5-minute delay due to an accident that's blocking the right lane on eastbound 104 at 33. It's stop-and-go from Alum Creek Drive. This report is sponsored by Pierre's Ice Cream. Pierre's Ice Cream Ingredients Inspection. Line up. Cream to the right, chocolate chunks left. Caramel looking smooth. Every cookie, berry, chip, and chunk earns its place in Pierre's Ice Cream. Made in Ohio, made with the best. Pierre's, we've got your flavor. I'm Nicole for 97.1, The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by The Waterworks. Trust the pros at The Waterworks for all your plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling needs. Visit thewaterworks.com today to get started.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone for my crew at Valley Ford of Columbus. If you're looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle without breaking the bank, well, you need to get to Valley Ford for a great selection of certified pre-owned Ford Blue Advantage cars, trucks, and SUVs. Each one of these vehicles features a minimum 139-point inspection, and they're also backed by a 14-day or 1,000-mile money-back guarantee. Get the better deal and a better pre-owned Ford without any worries. Keep on trucking at Valley Ford of Columbus.
Vehicle must be returned within 14 days, 1,000 miles, whichever comes first from the original sales date and mileage is stated on bill of sale, and return in same condition as sold. Other restrictions may apply. See dealer for details.
Hey, welcome to the IKEA Midsummer Sale. Hello. Save up to 50% on outdoor furniture and indoor essentials and have your best summer.
Oh, how about storage for my inflatable flamingos?
We've got you covered. Let's turn your space into a summer haven with space for birds.
Awesome.
Visit us in store from June 12th to July 9th or at ikea-usa.com/midsummer. Offer valid dates may vary. U.S. only while supplies last. Selection may vary by store and online. See store on ikea-usa.com/midsummer for complete terms. Restrictions apply.
Do you know someone struggling to figure out their mental health benefits? The Mental Health Insurance Assistance Office is here to help. Find us at insurance.ohio.gov/GETMHIA or call us at 855-438-6442. Don't wait. The Mental Health Insurance Assistance Office can help you figure out what mental health insurance benefits may be in their plan. Call us today at 855-438-6442.
Now at UDF, buy 3 everyday favorites with UDrive Plus to quickly stack an extra 20 cents in gas savings. That includes Monster Energy and Red Bull and Gatorade and Body Armor. And that adds up. UDF, made for you. Specially marked products with an opted-in UDrive account.
With Tire Discounter's new TD Chat BS, we can detect deception over the phone.
Let's call a typical tire store.
Yellow, cheapo tire where we bolt them on for less.
Yes, I need tires and lubricant for my vehicle.
Great, come on in. We'll slap on some new tires.
And what about the lubricant exchange?
Oh, yeah. We send you over to Ollie's Oil for that. They're right down the road.
Deception. Destination is 5.2 miles away.
Well, I'll be.
Also, 6 out of 10 cars need alignment. The probability is that I am one of them.
Well, just travel on over to Alignments or Us.
Calculating time for 2 additional trips.
You mean you want to do tires, oil change, and alignment all in one fell swoop?
Oh, I observe that Tire Discounters, the home of free alignment, is close by.
Ugh, Tire Discounters.
And they are experts at oil changes, brakes, shocks, and...
I'm losing you.
Hello? I'm sorry. Your system has crashed.
Stop in today for Savor the Summer Savings.
Open your door to a gorgeous Nature Stone floor. This is Paul Keels for Nature Stone. June only, they're making huge deals for Dad with savings up to 50% off any garage floor. Schedule your free cost estimate today at naturestone.com. It's not just a floor. Wow, it's Nature Stone.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan.
Good afternoon. I'm Paul Keels. The red-hot Cleveland Guardians take a 6-game winning streak into their game tonight in Baltimore against the Orioles. Logan Allen pitching for the Guardians. Cole Irvin for the Birds. Cleveland now with an 8-game lead atop the AL Central. Cincinnati Reds try for a second straight win as they host Pittsburgh tonight. Mitch Keller pitching for the Pirates. Hunter Green for the Reds. Columbus Clippers at home at Huntington Park with Omaha tonight. Golf USA Today announced that Nelly Korda, Rose Zhang, and Lily Vu will represent America at the Paris Olympics. Boston Celtics center Kristaps Porzingis will have surgery in the near future for a leg injury that will keep him out of the Olympics. New York Knicks guard OG Anunoby has opted out of his contract to become a free agent. This update brought to you by Nature Stone. Schedule your free cost estimate today at naturestone.com. It's not just a floor. Wow, it's Nature Stone. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Just be glad you aren't as stupid as these two.
Oh, yes.
This is Common Man and T-Bone.
Happy Tuesday. So glad you're here. 3 hours a day, every single day. Tell a friend. Tell them how stupid we are. Say, hey, listen for 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, one of two things is going to happen. You're either going to be hooked and addicted to this show, or you will have killed yourself. One of those two. There's no happy medium there.
Let's hope it's not the latter.
Well, whatever.
Yeah.
I think, here's my hot take for the day.
Okay.
My hot take for the day is just because you're dead doesn't mean you escape punishment. Okay?
I got this message a lot when I was a kid, usually in religious buildings.
No,
but
I'm not talking about that.
Okay.
I'm not talking about the afterlife.
I don't know where we're going here.
I'm talking about here on Earth.
Okay.
I always say when it comes to weather, like I always get pissed off with the weather people when it's like 100% chance of rain today. 100% is impossible. 100% is impossible. 0% is impossible. All right?
Okay.
There's always a chance. Even if it's like, oh, well, your team's been mathematically eliminated. What if all the other teams get in a plane crash?
No, I actually think mathematically eliminated is very different. Then they won't have the playoffs.
No. They'll probably still have the playoffs, but just call up the teams that didn't make it.
Why would they
say,
do that?
Oh, sorry, the other teams died, but here we are. We have television commitments. We have to do it.
No. Okay.
Stop undermining me.
Mathematically is different than probability.
It's not, because something can happen. Let me finish.
Okay. You're wrong.
Stop! Let me talk.
Okay, go ahead. I'm waiting.
The UK Anti-Doping Agency, all right? They are the big fish in Great Britain when it comes to testing athletes and suspending them, making sure they're playing by the rules, right?
Yes.
They put out a statement yesterday saying that boxer Moises Kalleros has been suspended from competition for 4 years because they just discovered a positive cocaine test. You know how it works. You have a fight, right? You have a drug test before the fight. For some reason, then it's like 8 months later.
Yes.
After the fight's over, they say, "Oh, by the way, you tested positive for this banned thing." That thing that we all saw didn't really happen.
Yeah. Take all the money back? No. Take the belt back? Maybe. But the reality is we all saw whatever it was,
right.
So they're going to punish you retroactively.
So they say this guy who last fought on December 16th. We just got the test from that date. He tested positive for cocaine, suspended from competition for 4 years. People were then quick to point out that he died on March 1st.
Oh.
Okay? So then, of course, they go back and delete everything. Oh, we're so sorry. That doesn't change the punishment.
No.
Right? He did
tested positive.
He tested positive. Look, we all know deep down, just because from a sheer age perspective, Hitler's dead. Okay?
Well,
but if...
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying, we don't know where the body is. We never found the body.
They didn't?
No.
Oh, I didn't know that.
No, never found Hitler's body. We assume he's dead. Some people think he escaped and went to South America. But in all likelihood, he killed himself, just like they said. He's dead.
Okay.
But if he popped up today and said, ha, statute of limitations, gone.
No.
Right? No. Just because you thought someone was dead. I don't know what modern technology is going to bring. If for some reason Moises Caleros is the first zombie to come back, he can't just willy-nilly go fight again. He's got a drug suspension. Keep it on the books.
They have that court for sports doping arbitration thing over in Europe. What would it happen if the zombie boxer came back and then let's say I'm the judge, you be the zombie boxer. What would that say? Hi there. Please don't eat my brain. You were popped for cocaine.
No.
And then you died.
No.
So we're adding another year onto your suspension for dying in the middle of your suspension.
Die means no punishment.
Hey, I'm sorry. Is this a dialogue? No, you're
and then I eat your face.
Okay. I think that's how we should do that. I also feel like if you were in a situation, let's say it wasn't sports, but let's say December, you had a big anniversary type of thing, right?
Uh-huh.
And then in March, sadly, the spouse of whoever in this relationship dies. One of the spouses die. I almost said one of the spices.
The Spice Girls.
Spice, yes.
They're dead.
One of the two spouses is one spice. In either case, then you have a funeral, you have a remembrance, you do all this stuff to be like, oh, my dead spouse, I'm so sorry. Then it comes out like in July or June, like we are now, that the spouse had actually back even before December had been cheating on you with another person.
Yeah.
Would we then go, oh, well, they're dead now, so none of that counts? No. You would then instantly go, first off, let me go to the gravestone. Let me make sure, did we spend a lot of money on this guy? And then knock it down. You'd probably deface it, if nothing else. You would not tell any family members to remember this person fondly. So I think we're right to keep this guy's cheating allegations in the news. You put it, he cheated.
He cheated.
Then he died, and that's sad.
That's right. But
he
those two things don't go hand in hand.
You got to at least acknowledge the fault. You don't get out of that just because you died. I'm with you.
Yeah.
Hang on to it forever. Mike, actually, would you like to hear a story that will terrify you as it terrified me?
As opposed to the lighthearted conversation we were just having? Please.
About cheating and death?
Please.
Yeah. All right, here we go. 63-year-old man went to his doctor for a follow-up appointment. This man is in Florida. He apparently had abdominal surgery a few weeks prior to this day.
Okay.
And this was the day where his doctor said, come back in. We're going to check your sutures and your staples and stitches and whatever. We're going to make sure you're all good to go. So the man, apparently this was 15 days after the operation, comes in. I think he was there with his spouse, his wife, and they went in. Doctor says, you know what? Everything's looking good. And he removed, I guess, the final couple sutures or a staple or something that was in there. But they said, look, you're healing so well. You don't need these anymore. We're back, baby. Good job.
Okay.
Way to recover. So after this, he says, you know what I'm going to do is we're going to go out to a diner. Me and my spouse are going in there. We're going to have a good time. Well, suddenly, somehow at the diner, he had to sneeze. Apparently, this 63-year-old man from Florida who had just had abdominal surgery sneezed so hard that afterward he felt a pain in his abdomen. And then he noticed that his shirt was wet. And then he looked down and realized he had burst out of his stomach. This guy sneezed so hard he blew out his intestine.
His intestine came out of his stomach?
They said multiple loops of his small intestine
Oh, my God.
pushed through.
Oh, my God.
So then...
What kind of sneeze was this?
I don't know. Apparently, and even the doctors, they said the wound looked like it healed well. Apparently not well enough. So then they said he decided initially, I'm going to drive to the hospital.
All right.
I want to point out, his wife is with him. Well, I mean, maybe the wife can't drive, but if she can, let the wife drive you to the hospital. In either case, he gets in the car and then realizes, you know what? I'm holding some duodenum here or whatever this is. I don't know. Maybe I don't drive. Maybe we call the ambulance. The wife says, that's a good idea. I'm not driving. So then they call the ambulance. Ambulance gets there and everyone goes, are you okay? And he's like, this is not the reaction I was looking for, man. Could you help me out? Anyway, they get him in there. They said they put protective gauze over it to keep it together. And then they gave him like painkillers to the point that when he got to the hospital, he has like normal vitals. His stomach is hanging out, or his guts are hanging out. And he's like, yeah, but I'm 120/80 on the blood pressure, baby. Let's go. So they took him back in.
What did they give him?
I don't know.
Give it to me.
Yeah, what the hell?
My God.
Where do you get this? So then they got him in there, all good, stitched him back up. No word on if he's sneezed again, but maybe give him some allergy medicine on the way out, just to be safe. Here's a little Flonase for you, buddy.
I've always wondered. I've gotten messages from people before, whatever they happen to find funny about this show over the years, where it's like, man, I was laughing so hard I almost ran off the road. I wonder, has anybody ever gotten in an accident listening to this show? Or have we made you laugh so hard that you wet yourself?
No.
What do you mean, no?
I don't think we've ever.
I bet you there is somebody out there who soiled their pants listening to this show.
Have you ever maybe sneezed so hard listening to the show that you blew out your abdomen and it just popped out of your stomach?
Well, not that.
I hope not that.
I did when I was in summer camp when I was a kid. We were playing softball. I did swing so hard that I pooped my pants. Little piece of poop came out. I missed the ball, too. That was even more pathetic.
Right.
Is that there was an attractive girl who was standing right there. And I said, I'm going to hit a home run. She's going to be so impressed by me. Like in my mind, I'm going to round the bases. And as I come to home plate, she's going to jump out and hug me.
Yeah.
Right?
Of course.
In my
makes sense,
8-year-old brain or whatever it was, we were going to live happily ever after, whatever the hell that was. So I said, I have to impress her here. I got to swing as hard as I possibly can. Missed the ball completely and pooped. So I'm guessing, if you're guessing, she didn't run to me, put her arms around me. I love you. You'd be right. She looked at me in disgust and turned away. And she should.
Obviously, you have mentioned this story to me before. I've never really had the heart to ask this question, but I guess I will now.
What?
Was there any visual evidence to this, or were you able to kind of sneak away very quickly and take care of this?
The fart, the release was very loud.
Oh,
so
I see. So that's what everybody heard.
Audible, yes. But now, I think they may have guessed something was wrong when I just sort of shuffled away and had to call my mom
Mike's
to
walking
bring
like
me a new pair of pants.
Mike's walking like a penguin. I think maybe something's happened.
But no, it didn't explode out, if that's what you're asking.
Again, I don't think, if I ever have surgery again for any, presumably at some point we'll have to have something, right? You and I
all have to have
pictures
something.
of health. I'm just saying, are you ever going to sneeze again while you have surgery? Or I don't even know, because they say holding it in is even worse. What? This guy sneezed and blew out his intestine. What would have happened if he had actually held in the sneeze? Yeah. He would have given birth. He would have formed a baby inside of there like a diamond and shot it out of his, whatever.
Knowing what type of people we have working here, we like to, as the Brits say, take the piss out of each other.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
I can see Timmy coming in, oh man, just had surgery. I can't, don't make me laugh. Don't make me sneeze. It's all right, man. I'm sorry. Hey, what do you think of this pepper grinder that I have here? What do you? No, man.
Whoops! That just blow a handful out in your face.
Yeah.
Whoops! My bad.
Oh, sorry. I spilled some cayenne all over your desk. Hope that's not going to bother you.
Did you say you have a grass allergy? Did I just bring in a lawn bag full of clippings and put them all over your desk? Oh,
it's not hay Thursday? Oh, I thought we just all brought in hay today.
Hay
I'm
Thursday.
sorry.
We put the hay in Thursday, am I right? Yeah.
Bone has someone new to hate. Details next.
Oh, do I?
Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza.
Watch for an accident on the left shoulder of westbound 161 between New Albany Road and Hamilton Road. And we've got stop-and-go traffic that's causing a 5-minute delay on northbound 71 on the north side between 670 and 11th Avenue. This report is sponsored by eBay Motors. eBay Motors is here for the ride with the parts you need at the prices you want. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they're guaranteed to fit your ride the first time, every time, or your money back. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
When I'm not voicing Wendy's ads, I'm gaming. I stay up and fueled because Wendy's delivers late.
Are you recording a Wendy's ad? Come on!
Got 'em. Whatever you're up for, we're down. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's Delivery Late Night. Open till midnight or later.
Hours and delivery availability may vary.
You know that project you've been working on? Just chipping away at it, dreaming of the day you get to show it off? Then, when you're least expecting it, cancer. And finishing that project actually happens. I would know. I've been restoring this car for years, and today I'm giving it to my granddaughter. It's her 16th birthday and 2 years since my cancer diagnosis.
Mom, you finished it?
Happy birthday, boo-boo. You keep making plans.
Visit ohiohealth.com/keepmakingplans to learn more. Driving plays a big part in driving the local economy. It helps us all get where we're going and creates good jobs close to home. At Synovus Energy, our refineries in Toledo and Lima are a reliable domestic source of gasoline, diesel, and jet fuel. Plus, more than 2,300 employees and contractors work for us here in Ohio. See how we're helping local communities move forward at Synovus.com.
Ohio Mulch, Landscape Supply.
Hi, this is Ron Frost with Ohio Mulch, and here's to Ohio Mulch celebrating 40 years of making the community a greener and more beautiful place, one garden at a time. Don't miss out on the opportunities to elevate your outdoor space and to be part of a journey towards the next 40 successful years. Check out our promotions online at ohiomulch.com.
Ohio Mulch, Landscape Supply. Greener, greener, better.
Austin Ward here with a question for you. Did you take Awaken 180 up on the offer to drop 40 pounds by the 4th? If you did, next week you'll reach the goal. Congrats. If you didn't, call Awaken 180. Why not do it now? Fast weight loss, easy weight loss, and then free support for life.
Join all your hockey friends with a Blue Jackets draft special.
Friday, June 28th at 7 p.m.
What will the Jackets do with the 4th pick? How much money will Jody Shelley lose in Vegas? All the important questions will be answered. The Fan.
It's time that we face the facts when it comes to organ, eye, and tissue donation. It exists to save and heal lives. It's a way to look out for one another, to continue a legacy and give the gift of a fuller future, the gift of life.
But what about the barriers around organ donation?
Cost, age, religion, race, or health status are not factors that can get in the way. All it really takes is one epic yes. Register today to become an organ, eye, and tissue donor at donatelifeohio.org.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees, and rare barrel-aged whiskeys are served just the way you want them. It's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch? Every day, from lunch to late night. Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Get wings the way you want them. Try Twin Peaks wings bone-in breaded, naked, smoked and grilled, or boneless in your favorite sauce or rub.
I've always wanted 3 kids. I came from a family of 3 kids, and I started picturing having 3 car seats in the back of my truck.
That's Megan, Wisconsin native, working mom of 2 and lifelong conservative. Megan never thought she would get an abortion until a diagnosis late in her pregnancy changed everything.
Doctors told us our baby had no chance to survive. And because of Wisconsin's abortion ban, I would be forced to carry my baby for months, knowing he would die. It felt like a bad dream. It felt like a bad dream.
To get the care she needed, Megan had to leave the state. And now if senators in Washington pass a national abortion ban, families like Megan's will have nowhere to turn.
These decisions should be made privately amongst women and their families, and government should have no say in that. No senator in Washington should support a national abortion ban.
Paid for by Free and Just. Visit freeandjust.us to learn more.
Is your IRS tax debt making you feel anxious? The professionals at Allies Tax Relief are ready to negotiate your fresh start. Call them now, 800-230-5174.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
An isolated shower is possible on this Tuesday, otherwise partly sunny, breezy, and cooler temperatures in the mid to upper 70s. Overnight will fall back down to around 70 degrees. More warm weather and humidity and more showers and storms. That threat continues during the day with some stronger storms possible Wednesday afternoon and highs in the low 80s. With your Doppler 10 forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Objects in radio may be dumber than they appear. This is Man and Bone.
All right, I asked a question. Anybody listening to this show, have you ever laughed so hard that you peed or had an accident or had to drive off the side of the road? I'm looking at the YouTube chat, which, by the way, you can join anytime we are live. Just go to YouTube, search 971 The Fan, click on the live button, and there we are. This is from Vinsanity Puma. Back in the day, Common Man was doing a Jay Burson impression phone call. I had to pull off the side of the road because I was laughing so hard.
There we go.
Somebody else says, Juice M says, I laughed so hard I sharted.
Okay.
That's nice. This has nothing to do with anything like us making people laugh, but I just like this comment. Phil says, I sharted in the Bob Evans checkout line with this girl I was dating at the time. Thank God I was wearing pants. As opposed to what?
Shorts, I guess?
Oh, okay. I wasn't going there. Well, usually I just walk around like Winnie the Pooh. I got a shirt on and nothing else. Thank God that day I put on pants. Would you like to hear the most disgusting thing I've heard in my life?
think I just saw it. If
Did
it's
you see it from Angela?
Okay.
What are you doing, Angela?
All right, prepare yourselves.
All right, listen.
If you've recently eaten or if you're about to eat in, I don't know, the next 5 years, maybe avoid this comment. But I want to point out we don't do enough on Mother's Day based off of this comment right here.
My God. So, Angela, we were talking about this one dude sneezed so hard after surgery that his incision ripped open and his intestines popped out. Okay?
Yes.
Angela says, that was my post-C-section nightmare. However, my daughter pooping into my open stomach cavity was not one I saw coming. LOL. Oh, my God.
Ow.
Oh, my God.
Ow.
I'll tell you what, if you haven't turned the radio off, you have now. We're shouting into the abyss.
Do you understand that like every day in our city and all around the country and all over the world, there are people who are like, well, it's time to have that baby. Now, we're going to give you some pain meds. We're going to put a little curtain up. And what we're about to do, this is in honor of, by the way, Julius Caesar, apparently. We are going to cut your stomach open. We are going to remove a baby. We are also going to take all of your vital organs and put them on a table and then get the baby out and then put everything back inside of you like this is a game of Operation, except it's you're awake when this is happening. And then we're going to go, job well done, doctors. Leave that room, go into another room, and then do it like 4 or 5 more times. And then we're going to go to Arby's on the way home. This blows my mind. Well, I don't know if to go on Arby's. You get my point. I'm just saying that boggles my mind that this is like a normal part of life. Women have to do all that? No, that's insane.
Scott says, my wife sneezed and took out a stop sign. Mind you, she was 18. It was 2:45 a.m. and she just finished at Flower-Rama. The cop laughed so hard once he realized she wasn't inebriated. So the sneeze was so violent, she lost control of the car and ran into a stop sign.
I don't know how many locations they still have, but if I'm remembering correctly, growing up on the east side.
They would stay up really late at Flowerama.
Flowerama was a place that you go to get flowers.
Yeah.
That's all they do. They sell you bouquets and
how do you think the bouquets get made?
At 2:45 in the morning?
They got people staying afterwards. Closing time, Semisonic.
I don't know if they are staying. I thought they got there early. I figured you get in at like 4 or 5, you start putting stuff together, and then you open the doors at like 6 or 7, and then people are coming through all day.
I'm just saying. I like the Flowerama part of that. Didn't have to do with anything, but I'm glad it was included.
Yeah, you could have just said coming home from work. But
all right, Bone hates somebody.
Yeah, buddy. I've already mentioned how I have started to dislike this guy. I really dislike him now. JJ Redick, not my guy.
No.
I have decided now. Do we have music for when we hate someone? Because we have music.
What would you like?
I don't even know what we could play. Because we have the loving you music when you love someone. It might be stronger than that for this guy.
I'll come up with something.
JJ Redick had a press conference yesterday. He's being introduced as the Lakers. And in this, as the Lakers, he's being introduced as their new head coach. In this press conference, which a lot of people are giving him praise for, so let him live. I guess the majority of people enjoyed this. I did not. Because what he said in this press conference was, yeah, I really enjoyed being part of the content machine for the last few weeks where everyone's picking this apart. He's going on this whole thing about how the media they're just content farming. They're just getting content, and it doesn't matter if it's interesting or not. It's content left and right. And then he said, quite frankly, I don't give an F about that. I care about my team. I care about coaching those guys. He gives off such Aaron Rodgers vibes, I can't even begin to describe to you. But I will tell you this. Guys like JJ Redick are the guys who say, I don't care what anybody thinks. I don't listen to it. I'm not here for all that. And then they go do things constantly that get them back into the news that they say they hate. And then they're shocked when it happens. JJ Redick, if you don't want to be part of content farming, don't take the Lakers job, you moron. Your best player is LeBron James. You don't think there's going to be some stories written about that? Everything you do and say is going to be under a microscope, you fool.
You fool.
He's a fool and a cad.
Fool.
A fool and a cad and a rapscallion. How dare you? I don't like him is what I'm saying. He's a douche. How about that, you douchebag?
What can I play for you here?
Like, he's got me to turn on LeBron. I hope LeBron loses every game this year. I hope the Lakers lose every game this year because I want to see this guy fail. He is so bad. Your stupid 4th grade resume. Enjoy that.
I just put hate into the little audio system that we have. A lot of good stuff comes up.
What comes up? Anything that we can play?
I might make him play. I don't know.
I hate back rubs.
You got that.
I dislike Jay Cutler because he's a douche. That's why I dislike him.
Whose voice is that?
I don't even know. That guy used to work here. I think.
I got songs we can't play. Like I Hate Everything About You.
Why do they get the people in the chat saying
3 Days Grace?
Tell you, did I say something? Hubert in the chat is saying like, whoa, dump button.
What? What did he say?
And then I said douchebag. You're allowed to say that.
Well, we could say it all the time.
We say it all the time.
If we're allowed to.
Did I say anything else?
I didn't hear anything.
I don't give an F. I didn't say the
I didn't hear anything.
And if I did, I was just quoting. I mean, that's,
I hate Nick Swisher with my heart.
That's Ozzy again.
Ozzy saying he hated someone. Who'd he say?
Nick Swisher.
Say it again. Play it again.
All right.
I hate Nick Swisher with my heart.
With my heart.
That's you, buddy.
I do hate him.
No, you do.
All right, game show coming up next. And I promise, no more talking about infants crapping in stomach cavities. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza.
There's some stop-and-go traffic on westbound 670 between 33 and I-70. And be aware of an accident that's on both shoulders of eastbound 70. On the east side, after Bryce Road, is causing about a 20-minute slowdown. This report is sponsored by Ohio Basement Authority, your local expert. Are your floors sagging? Are musty smells reeking throughout your home? Contact Ohio Basement Authority, the crawl space repair experts. Get your free inspection today. Learn more at ohiobasementauthority.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
It was a quiet night in Columbus, maybe a little too quiet. Me, Philip Flapper, plumbing detective. I was finishing up for the night when she walked in. Long hair, 2 legs, a couple of arms, a nose, elbows. Pretty standard equipment for this neighborhood. I looked at her, she looked at me, and then we did that thing where we both spoke at the same time. What can I do for you? I'm sorry, that was awkward. We went on to talk about clogs, funny odors, water going down the drain too slow. This is above my pay grade, I told her, and gave her this website, apexpros.com. They're the pros who knows, the kinds of plumbers who don't mind getting their hands dirty. And believe me, what's down those pipes is dirty. Ugh, call the pros, Apex Pros. And that was it. She walked out of my life, using those legs I told you about earlier.
Hi, it's Alex, the friendly Apex Bear from Apex Pros. Apex plumbers are the pros who knows. ApexPros.com.
Are you not able to enjoy the summer as much as you want because of joint pain? This is the time of year for being outdoors. It's the best, but not if your knees, shoulders, hips, or back are hurting. Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Don't suffer any longer. Non-surgical joint pain relief is here at QC Kinetics. Call them today. QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. I'm talking about lasting pain relief with no surgery, no drugs, and best of all, no downtime. QC Kinetics advanced treatments harness your own body's biologics and help restore and repair damaged joint tissue so you can walk, run, hike, play golf, move, swim, all pain-free. QC Kinetics is under the leadership of former orthopedic surgeon Dr. Mitchell Sheencup, a true pioneer in regenerative medicine. They have locations in Columbus, in both Gahanna and Dublin. Their advanced protocols have enabled tens of thousands of patients to reclaim their mobility. So go check them out at QCkinetics/Columbus or give them a call, 380-208-4544.
The Fan app is about to become your new best friend. Your one-stop shop for all your favorite fan shows. ESPN Columbus and BetQL. Live or on demand, listen on your schedule. Download the 97.1 The Fan app today. It's free. Do it.
Come play Skyline 75th Coney Hunt game. Use your phone to search for virtual conies, tap to collect coins, and redeem them for exclusive Skyline merchandise at participating Skyline restaurants for a limited time. Details at SkylineChili.com/Coney Hunt.
Complete your staining project with Pittsburgh Paints and Stains, now at Menards. Stain in one coat with ultra-advanced semi-transparent stain. It's a stain and sealant in one that can be applied to damp wood and on hot, sunny days, allowing you to clean and stain your deck in one day. Save big money on Pittsburgh Paints and Stains and head into Menards to get your staining project started today.
Save big money at Menards.
Hey, it's Anthony here for the Good Feet store. You know, we do a segment on the show every week called Pressure, but that's about sports. What about the pressure your feet endure every day? I know mine did. When I went to the Good Feet store, I learned I was out of line. I joked, I already know that. They said, no, physically, my feet weren't being supported the right way. So when I went to the store on Polaris Parkway, they also have one on Stringtown Road, I took all the time I needed to walk around the store to see what felt and fit the best in my shoes. Once I had them in, my personal arch supports from the Good Feet store, my lower back pain went away. What a feeling. You need to get your free personalized fitting by one of their arch support specialists. For arch supports to be effective, they require a precision fit. That's why Good Feet arch supports are only available at the Good Feet store. You like them? You can wear them home. You have nothing to lose but the pain. So go to goodfeet.com today or go in and try the Good Feet feeling. Comfort, energy, performance, and pain relief, all from the Good Feet store.
Raising Cane's iced tea is the official iced tea of me, iced tea. Now, I heard some people order their box combos with water. Listen, water is for fishes and snitches, Jack. Chill out with Cane's iced tea this summer. Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Highly medicated, barely educated. This is Common Man and T-Bone.
And earlier, I asked the question if you would ever, laugh so hard at something that you heard on this show. Sure. That you almost drove off the road or had an accident. Here's one from the burner. I laughed so hard at you guys playing fart sounds during a rejoin one time. I was bench pressing and almost dropped the bar on myself and prolapsed my rectum. What is?
I don't think you want to know if you don't already know what that means.
What does that mean? Explain it to me like I'm 5.
How is it currently in most people that you've ever encountered?
Inverted?
It's the opposite of that.
I see.
It's I think that's the idea there.
Okay.
Wow.
So you thought no one would ever have that type of reaction. Look, I didn't say no. We're getting evidence left and right.
I didn't know. Jordan said the first time that Man and Bone played the vomit track Out of the Blue, which I don't know if you have that, but said I was walking. He said I was walking through a library. That too, a library with my earbud in, trying to contain my laughter. Nearly gave me an ulcer and filthy underwear, literal choking and tears.
Hold on, I have it here for you.
Okay, so there you go.
Was it just that, or something we said?
It had to be something we said around it, I would guess. But maybe that sound is just so funny. I don't know.
Let me ask you a question. Do you recall the hardest you've ever laughed listening to this show?
I can't recall exactly what it was. But I have had some moments on here where you've said something and I'm over here in tears, crying basically because it's so funny. But I can't recall exactly what that moment was. But I've had a few of those over the years.
Were the pantalones ever in danger?
No, I don't. I mean, I'm getting to that age though, but not quite yet. So maybe in the next couple of years we can keep you around here.
All right, that's my goal.
There you go.
My goal is to get Ted to pee himself or poop. I don't care.
Yeah.
Game show time.
All right, Mike. Today, in honor of the movie Superman shooting up in Cleveland, we're going to do a game show about movies that have filmed in Ohio. Yes or no? So I'll give you a movie title, and then you tell me if it's been filmed in Ohio or not. Not all of it had to be filmed here, by the way. Just scenes of it could have been.
Let's go.
Count.
Come on.
All right. First up, Halloween, released, of course, in 1975. It's the thriller featuring directed by John Carpenter, featuring Jamie Lee Curtis.
I don't think that was filmed here.
Well, so what's your answer?
No.
You're correct.
All right.
It took place in Haddonfield, Illinois.
Right, but they filmed it in California.
Yeah, they did. Primarily South Pasadena and Hollywood, as well as a smattering of other nearby towns. Next up, Rain Man, the movie featuring Tom Cruise, Dustin Hoffman, directed by Barry Levinson, came out in 1988. Yes or no?
I'm going to say yes. Rain Man here.
Indeed it was. Cincinnati and East Walnut Hills, there were location shots there. Also, the airport used in one of the scenes is not technically Ohio. That's in Kentucky, but they were in the Cincinnati area.
I see.
But they did shoot some of it actually in Cincinnati, in Ohio, which I've still never seen Rain Man. Have you seen that?
Years ago.
Yeah, I never saw it.
It's not one that I go back and watch yearly.
I get it. Next up, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Of course,
good flick.
Legendary movie starring Steve Martin and John Candy. Was that filmed in Ohio? Yes or no?
I'm going to say no.
Ooh, sorry. Madison and Chardon in Northeast Ohio both were used as filming locations. In fact, when they were freezing in the back of the truck, that was in Chardon.
That's one of my favorite lines, is when Steve Martin goes to John Candy, how cold do you think it is right now? And he just answers 1.
Good line.
Good line.
So yeah, that one was filmed here. Let him live. Next up, Slapshot. Yes or no? The Paul Newman film, the hockey film, featuring the Hanson brothers. Not Mbop, but the,
I'll say yes.
Ooh, sorry.
I know what the hell I'm talking about.
Now, the town that the thing is featured in, the town that they all played for, that is a fake town. It's made up. However, they did shoot it in a variety of locations that aren't too far away. It was in Pennsylvania and central New York is where they shot a lot of this, but could have easily been places in Ohio, but it was not. Next up, Air Force One. Harrison Ford. Was that shot any of it in Ohio?
Underrated film.
Underrated indeed.
Air Force One. No.
Ooh, sorry again.
Man.
Now, there's a lot of movies that were shot.
I did know that, yes.
In one location in Ohio that you will instantly regret. One of the other bigger films shot, not bigger, but one that had a lot more notoriety for it. We know this one.
What?
Shawshank Redemption. Where was that shot?
Yes, that was at the
shot
prison.
at the Ohio Reformatory.
Yeah.
That is also where Air Force One, they used one of the cells there in a couple of the sequences. There's a gate. They go to get General Raddick released from prison. Is it Raddick or Radick? I forget how you say it. But when they released him from prison, that was the jail cell he was in the Ohio Reformatory. I also learned today the Ohio Reformatory is different than the Ohio Penitentiary. Like, I know that we had the old state pen now where like McPherson Commons and some of the Arena District stuff is. That used to be the Ohio Penitentiary. The Ohio Reformatory was going on at the same time. Now the Ohio State Pen is apparently up in Youngstown. That's where they moved it when they took it out of here. So there's a state penitentiary, the Reformatory. I don't know the difference between a pen and a reform, but that's what those two are. So if you ever see that, you have to kind of clarify. Next up, a Paul Giamatti movie called American Splendor. If you had to have seen this movie poster, I don't know if you ever saw this film.
No.
You would know it if you saw it.
Why would you bring this up? I'm going to say yes. It was filmed here.
It was. It is detailing the life and times
Where's
of
my ding? Thank you.
Harvey, I believe it's Harvey Picker.
Harvey Picker.
Anyway, he was a comic book artist from Cleveland. Paul Giamatti plays him in the movie. It won an Academy Award for Best Adapted Screenplay, based off a comic book that he did, but it's also based on his life.
Tyvis Powell has just walked in. He's entered the chat.
There you go. He's not in the actual chat. He's drinking
a Gatorade Zero. He wants you to know it's a zero.
There's no sugar in that. There's no anything. Nope. It's all good. He's got it.
He's constantly getting in shape for nothing.
Yes, that's right. Captain America, the Winter Soldier. Was that Marvel movie? Was that shot anywhere in Ohio?
No.
Yes, it was. West 3rd and Lakeside Avenue in Cleveland.
What are they doing in the land? They got all superhero movies up in the land.
The fight scene on the street with Captain America and Winter Soldier was right there. Also, if you've seen this movie and you know the chase scene through the mall, that is through Tower City. That's exactly where they filmed all that. I looked this up, by the way, because we were talking about it. Superman, the one that's filming now. Yeah. We're done with the quiz, by the way. Quiz is over. Good job. You suck. Yeah. But the...
all my quizzes in high school ended the same way. Good job.
Good job. You suck. Thanks for
See
playing.
you in summer school. Thanks for coming.
So Clark Kent in this one, a.k.a. Superman, is played by, I've never heard of this guy, David Corenswet.
Corenswet?
Corenswet. Corenswet.
I don't know him.
Already, I know nothing about this guy. Sounds British. Does it not?
Yeah, he is.
But apparently I'm wrong because I just looked it up and he is from Philadelphia. David Corenswet is the guy who's playing Superman. They are filming in downtown Cleveland. Arrived on set Monday morning to shoot scenes along a closed section of Superior Avenue. It's been prepped for days to be transformed into Metropolis. They changed all the signage. There are like cars all over the place, rubble. So this is...
I've never heard of this guy.
They've shut this city down for like days, this area of it, so that they can have a couple scenes where he's walking through going like, oh, yes, looks bad. Who do you want me to fight? And then done. See you later. Now off to the next location. Crazy. I'm surprised they do all this anymore. I'm surprised they don't just do it all on a green screen.
He was in the Netflix show The Politician.
Okay. Never saw it.
Didn't see it.
He said he's 6'4". So, I mean, you got to be. You can't have like a 5'7" Superman. You got to have a big dude, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. That's all I got for you.
He's also in the forthcoming Apple TV Plus series, Lady in the Lake.
Oh.
Also starring Natalie Portman.
Is she the lady in the lake?
I don't know.
Spoiler alert?
I don't know.
Okay.
Was cast in Twisters.
What? Oh, is that the remake of Twister that they did?
Is it?
Or a sequel or something?
Yeah, it's coming out soon. I believe,
so this guy's about to hit. He's like going to be in all the stuff here soon. Okay. Well, let him live. Good for him. He's the next Superman, so he's got to be doing something right.
Is Twisters like a big movie?
What do you mean? Well, no, I'm saying like
budget $200 million for this. My
it's
God.
Twister. Remember the Twister?
You know what? Most people go see Twister will not remember Twister. That's how long it's been.
It's been a while, but now a new generation of fans can enjoy watching terrible storms. And then an old generation of fans can go, I remember when it was just one Twister. Now
everybody.
Now it's Twisters plural.
Everything's too big now. The original movie had the plot.
Also, Sigourney Weaver will be in this one as well.
She wasn't in Twister.
No, Alien and Aliens.
Oh.
Twister and Twisters. It's like we're just ripping that off a little bit, aren't we?
Hey, well, you want to terrify people, just put Helen Hunt's face on the screen. It'll take care of business for you. Back page coming up. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza.
There's some slower traffic on northbound 270 on the East Outer Belt between Easton Way and 161. And watch out for an accident on the right shoulder of eastbound 104 at 33. Police are on scene there, causing some holdup. This report is sponsored by Allstate. You're in good hands. Some people just know there's a better way to do things, like bundling your home and auto insurance with Allstate. Why make things harder than they need to be? There's a better way to save time and money. Visit allstate.com or call for a quote today. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, it's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch? Every day, from lunch to late night. Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Have you ever called a company and after hanging up the phone, felt a little nervous on who exactly they might be sending to your home? It's a common worry and one that we all face at some point. Well, when it comes to your roof, there's no need to worry because the Newman Roofing team has you covered. Our team of professionals arrive on time in marked company vehicles, and you'll always be greeted with a friendly, warm smile on their face. Our experts take the time to thoroughly educate you on the findings of your home, not only fixing your roof, but ensuring you understand every step of the process, giving you the peace of mind you deserve. That's why Newman Roofing has been the most trusted roofing company in Central Ohio for the last 32 years, and counting. So, whether you need a small repair or full replacement, call the company you can trust. Newman Roofing at 614-NEW-ROOF. That's 614-NEW-ROOF, or visit us online at newmanroofing.com. Don't just get a new roof, get a Newman roof.
Save $40 on any repair of $150 or more at AAA Car Care Plus. Not a member? Not a problem. Everyone can save on auto repair at AAA Car Care Plus locations. Offer ends March 30th. See store for details.
Listen up, gamers. Mountain Dew has always been your go-to for a refreshing citrus kick. Now it's also your go-to for gaming rewards. With Mountain Dew Gaming Rewards, you just look for codes under the caps of specially marked 20-ounce bottles of Mountain Dew. Enter those codes online to bank points, and then redeem them for awesome gaming gear. Everything from gift cards, game copies, controllers, consoles, custom Mountain Dew gaming gear, and more. Join Mountain Dew Gaming Rewards now.
Open to legal U.S. residents 18 plus. Subject to program terms at mountaindewgaming.com and 2525. Voter prohibited.
If you're obsessed with fantasy sports and gambling things, we have the slightly above average radio show for you. On the Money with Dave Biddle and Scotty Vegas.
Presented by the Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus.
Wednesday night at 8 on The Fan.
Hey folks, it's Austin Ward. Know what's tricky? Producing a lot of compelling off-season football content. Know what's not tricky? Continuing to come up with reasons why you should do what I did and call Awaken 180. I dropped 45 pounds in just 10 weeks, and to this day, it's still gone, plus 10 more pounds. Calling it magic is an understatement. Awaken 180 isn't just about losing weight, it's about finding a new balance, especially with that GLP-1 hormone everyone's talking about. GLP-1 Balance by Awaken 180 is the quicker, safer way to adjust what your body needs without relying on daily meds or injections. My doctors are impressed, and honestly, so am I. Awaken 180 is a sustainable change that's backed by more than just my success story. Over 22,000 others share the same success. If your doctor's pushing for another prescription, ask them about GLP-1 Balance by Awaken 180. The support doesn't stop when you hit your goal either. Free support for life. Check it out, awaken180weightloss.com. Doctor approved, Austin Ward endorsed.
It was spring of 2011. Eco Plumbers were just 4 years old. It's 7-ish p.m., and my sister is at her daughter's soccer game.
And I had my tablet in the bleachers with a Magic Jack USB stick.
Magic Jack was cutting edge back then.
Being able to schedule customers for the next morning service right from the bleachers was awesome.
It was this neat hack. that let us provide after-hours, in-house call answering and scheduling back when no other plumbers did that.
Now we run calls as late as 9 p.m. and we'll answer your call 24/7. You can even schedule online.
We always leverage technology to come through for you when you need us to.
Take EcoFi cleaning checks.
Advanced software, sensors, and tablets show the health and efficiency of your system
And possible trouble spots.
before we start the cleaning and maintenance, so you can see the before and after improvements for yourself.
Anyone can use technology.
But only eco plumbers, electricians, and HVAC technicians use it to constantly upgrade their ability to serve you.
At geteco.com.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Cosby Heating and Cooling and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Buckeye Show coming up at the top of the hour. Timmy is on vacation, filling in for Timmy, the fresh-smelling Ryan Baker.
How's it going, guys? Second time I've gotten to see you today.
Yeah.
When was the first time?
Our meeting earlier.
Oh, that's right.
That's
we had
right.
our
We
big station monthly meeting.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you've been here the whole time, but I left and went home and came back, so I feel
What do you
like
do
it's
when
a
you go
second
home?
time.
Take a nap?
No, actually, today I worked on the Buckeye Show. I took my nap before the meeting today, so.
Good
You got a nap in.
I did.
All right. I also want to dedicate the show today to an inspirational guy. At least I look up to him. You know, done a lot for society. Will continue to do a lot for society. But congratulations to Elon Musk on the birth of his 12th child. Congratulations.
Catching up with Tyreek Hill.
That's right.
Yeah, he is.
Elon Musk, number 12. Maybe this one will talk to him.
Did this kid get a name or a bunch of like dashes and dots and letters and numbers?
I
all kind of
don't
strung
know the
together?
name. I just saw that it was number 12.
All right.
And so let him live.
Is the mother younger than Bill Belichick's current girlfriend?
I don't know. I do know that she was an executive. What's the company that he runs with the spacey stuff?
SpaceX.
I think.
What, Elon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The SpaceX?
Yeah.
That's him.
All right. I think she was an executive there.
Because it sounds like space sex, which is totally
Well, they were
what he
having
would
some
name. That's what he would
SpaceX.
name a company. Because everything about him is like all of our models of Teslas are the S, the 3, the X, the Y. It spells out sexy. Did you know that? Such a weirdo.
If the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie Junior were to come true and a man were to get pregnant, Elon Musk would be that guy. Like he would make himself pregnant.
Oh, yeah, he would.
He's got the money to figure it out.
I don't know why he would
Does
want
he?
to. Well, you know what? He supposedly does. It's worth billions of dollars.
To figure out male pregnancy? Is someone really trying to make this happen?
If anybody's got the money to figure out anything,
okay. All
he's
right,
saying, I agree with that. Like,
I got it.
I don't know if anybody could figure that out, but he certainly could.
Bake, what's coming up on the Buckeye Show?
Well, the recruiting dead period is in effect, but there's still guys that are getting offers from Ohio State out there. We'll talk about some of that when we go on the trail. Also, Tyvus is back, so we're going to hear about his trip to Chicago yesterday.
Oh, that's right. He had a speaking engagement.
He did.
Yeah. I don't know how it went, but I'm sure at some point he sounded like this. That's my Tyvus impersonation.
That's a pretty good one.
I've been working on it.
It's a good laugh.
I can almost hear him through the glass right now.
I think I could.
That's my Tyvus.
That sounds like that hurts. I got to be honest.
It's not comfortable.
I don't think it would be.
That is very similar, like almost on par with Timmy's Gus Johnson. Just it's not as it's a different pitch higher, but
I can't do Gus.
Yeah, Timmy does do that quite a bit. Timmy does it like randomly. You just be talking to him. He's like, ha ha! Went to Chili's for lunch. And you're like, what are you doing?
Tyvus told me during the break, because he's drinking a Gatorade Zero in there. He said his original intention, he went to Sonic to get a milkshake.
Okay.
And the milkshake machine was broken.
That was a sign.
And so
that was a sign.
You know what? The fast food gods never give me a sign. It's always open and here's more fat.
Yeah, Ty, I'm with him. I go to these drive-through places and they're like, hey, a school bus full of children ordered 15 milkshakes and then they decided to not pay for it. Would you like all of them? And I'm like, well, I guess so, but I'm going to have to drink them quick.
Tyvus is on the weirdest weight loss journey
rolling in
ever.
here. I know.
So did you you went there and were you the guy who just went up to the speaker and said, never mind then? Once they didn't have it? Did you order anything?
How are we going to?
I'm sure he's so nice he bought something anyway and then just threw it in the trash.
Tyvus is just, he'll have to tell us later, I guess. No? Yes, he is laughing.
All right.
That is happening.
Back page.
The Back Page. The Back Page with Common Man and T-Bone.
Sponsored by Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
Bone.
Well, man, this is not good. At least they caught it. In Houston, Texas, the FBI is investigating 3 Texas medical center institutions after a whistleblower came forward accusing 3 heart surgeons of violating regulations during complicated operations.
What does that mean?
Well, the apparently, according to the attorney involved, all of these institutions have already agreed to pay $15 million to the victims to settle these claims. Basically, they said that these doctors, by the rules of the hospital, were being forced to do so many operations at a time that they would get one heart operation going over here in room A.
Oh, no.
And leave the chest cavity open. They would be halfway through the deal and say, all right, well, we got to let we got to let the oven come to temperature. I don't know what you're doing when you're doing heart surgery. You have to heat up the utensils, just reheat them again to get them in. I don't know. So then they go into a second room and be like, all right, now let's cut this guy open while those are sterilizing. They start that operation, and then they'd go back to the first one, finish up, and then go back to the second one. Anyway, as you can guess, things did not go well there, and some injuries and or otherwise happened. So they are now paying all this money. But the FBI is saying, well, glad you settled that. This could be criminal. So they are investigating that, as they very well should.
I did meet an anesthesiologist once that said that he would listen to our show during surgery.
Oh.
And I said, are you supposed to do that? He said, no.
All right. And how about this? In Tokyo, apparently a correspondent for Sora News 24, an English language website, went into Tokyo to see how cheaply you could stay in the city. Well, kind of. They found a hotel that is $16 US. It's a 5-minute walk from
16 US. Did my parents book it?
It's 2,493 yen. It's near a train station, which is a 40-minute ride out of the central train station in Tokyo. Okay, so it's a little bit out there. $16. It's a hostel, and it apparently has a very modern lobby, has a nice little kitchenette area for guests. However, you do have to share the room with a complete stranger for $16.
$16.
Could you pay $32 and be like, you know what? I'm the stranger. I am the stranger tonight. Just give me the room, please.
Well, that sort of defeats the purpose of the bargain then, doesn't it?
$32 is still a bargain. It's just not a $16 bargain, but I'd still take it.
Take your chances. You never know what you'll get.
Yeah, could be something good.
Could be great.
Well, they said at one point they were going out for the night, and the stranger was coming in. They're like, "Oh, hello," and he's like, "Hello. Well, have a good night." And then the guy went in there and went to bed, and then he got back later, and the guy was already asleep. Creepy.
Why are you standing over me?
Also, why are you Zach eating?
Man, that hurts my throat.
Don't do it again.
Buckeye Show's next. See you tomorrow. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza.
There's some stop-and-go traffic on southbound 270 on the East Outer Belt between Main Street and I-70, and some slower traffic on westbound 270 on the North Outer Belt between 161 and Cleveland Avenue. This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. Need to hire? You need Indeed. Their end-to-end solution helps you attract, interview, and hire candidates all year round. Schedule and conduct virtual interviews right from your Indeed dashboard. Learn more by visiting Indeed.com/credit. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
This is a Fan Action Update.
The Cleveland Guardians have an 8-game lead in the AL Central and are minus 240 favorites now to win the division. Cleveland is just one of 3 teams with 50 wins in Major League Baseball, and they currently have the 8th best odds to win the World Series, right now sitting at 22-1 to win it all. Today, the Guardians are plus 122 underdogs against the Baltimore Orioles. And for your Action Update, I'm Scotty Vegas.
The Columbus Men's Clinic opened in 2014 for guys who get it done. Let's talk, fellas. You solve problems all day at work. You fix your sink when it's broken. But when it comes to ED and low T, it doesn't get done. We get it. You hate going to the doctor, but you're the guy that fixes things. At the Columbus Men's Clinic, there's nothing to fear and no reason to delay. We've been destroying bedroom boredom for a decade. So if you haven't fixed this, call us. When the pills fail, call us. If you feel like you've tried everything, call us. Here, there's hope. From the conventional to the next level. You'll be seen by our friendly, discreet physician who will take the time to listen. Imagine finally taking care of this with no surgery. Imagine going from feeling gray to living life in vibrant color. It's time to be confident. Join the thousands of guys who have found success after walking through our doors. Will you be one of them? Dial 614-300-7400 or go to ColumbusMen'sClinic.com to schedule a $99 male performance consultation, including blood work. Do it for you. Do it for her. ColumbusMen'sClinic.com. Book your appointment now.
Raising Cane's iced tea is the official iced tea of me, iced tea. Now, I've heard some people don't order iced tea with their box combos. I've also heard some people spontaneously combust. Sip on that for a while. Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
Welcome to Meijer. This week, you can buy 5, save $5. With so many mouths to feed, I love the buy 5, save $5 sale. Yeah, and don't forget, you can mix or match more than 1,500 items, like Pepperidge Farm Classic Buns, Coca-Cola or Pepsi products, plus deposit where applicable, and Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce.
Ooh, I'll look for those and lots more. Thanks.
Buy 5, save $5 this week at Meijer and pay the same low price in-store and online. Exclusions apply. See all deals in-store or in the Meijer app.
I don't want to go to bed at night dreading waking up in the morning, knowing that I'm going to feel like a rusty lawn chair, getting out of bed and getting opened up and not being able to really move for a couple hours really throughout the day.
For former college and pro football player Bobby Carpenter and those dealing with daily aches and pains, QC Kinetics regenerative pain treatments are a game changer, providing long-lasting relief.
Go into a specific joint, a specific region, and then help promote that healing process using your own body's mechanisms to heal. I mean, that's been something that's pretty powerful, and there's no surgery, there's no downtime.
QC Kinetics natural treatments help the body heal and restore itself. No more rusty lawn chairs.
It's no surprise to see people being willing to try this first, especially when it has such great results.
Go to QCkinetics.com/Columbus and call today for your complimentary consultation. Find out if you're a good candidate for treatment. 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544. Again, 380-208-4544.
Now at UDF, buy 3 everyday favorites with UDrive Plus to quickly stack an extra 20 cents in gas savings. That includes drinks like Coke and Sprite, Pepsi, and Mountain Dew. And that adds up. UDF, made for you. Specially marked products with an opted-in UDrive account.
Broadcasting